to an open Smith. Steve Smith is going to go all the way. No flags down. Smith scores, and the Carolina Panthers win in overtime.
With the first pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama.
And she loses the football. Scooped up by Burns. Brian Burns to the house.
Welcome to the Stop Capping Sports Podcast.
Ice up, son. Ice up.
Welcome back to the Stop Capping Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Dean. We are here with Seth, James, and John. How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
What's
Good.
going
All four.
on? What's
All
going
four.
on?
It's been a while since all four has been on.
Yeah, it has been a minute.
You put the E to W.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eat some
exactly.
dubs.
Exactly.
I got some coffee. It's been a 13-hour day for me, so I need some coffee. Otherwise, you're going to see me yawning and all that crap, which I try to avoid. But it's unavoidable some days.
Yeah, my man's working regular hours now. He's feeling it.
Not used to it no more. I was in that retired life, my boat living. I was out there throwing my boat around the water, but still doing that on the weekends. But that 9 to 5 with an hour and a half transit there and back makes my days 12 hours.
Yeah.
Hour and a half. That's tough.
It's worse on the way home. I'm sure it
Yeah, it
drives
always is.
ass on the way home.
Yeah, I usually am on the phone and it just bumper to bumper the whole time. But I'm usually stuck in traffic when I get to Boca Raton. There's this video I was looking at. It's talking about driving on I-95 in South Florida, and it's got like these tiers. You got like South Florida, and then you got like between North Miami to Boca, and then from Boca to West Palm, and it says like the drive from West Palm to Miami or Miami to West Palm, and it's so accurate. It's talking about down in South Florida, like Miami. It's just like you're in survival mode. Like you're just trying to get through Miami, like just without dying. And then you get to like Boca, and then they're just these like really entitled, wealthy people who are doing the same thing down in Miami, except in Ferraris instead of cars without bumpers. And then you get up to West Palm, and it starts to level out a little bit. But it's like these different demographics, and then like the financial differences, and like the vehicles and stuff, and the way that they are acting entitled on the road. There's just like road rage shootings like starting to happen now. It's like Florida is now open carry. Everybody can open carry without any license or anything. Now you're getting freaking road rage shooting. So I got my gun sitting between my seat and my door in case somebody gets pissed at me, trying to change lanes on them and pulls their freaking 9mm out on me. Yeah. It's jungle down here, dude.
Yeah, that's
jungle down here.
Virginia, they're just idiots. Just a bunch of idiots on the road, bro.
That's anywhere.
Yeah, they're here, but they're just now aggressive.
Oh no,
at the same time.
I've lived most of my life.
Aggressive idiots with a gun.
I've lived most of my life in North Carolina, and I've lived here for 7 years, and I'm telling you, it's not comparable.
Really?
North Carolina is one of the best states when it comes to driving.
Yeah. North Carolina's not bad. Now, for some reason, when you get behind a North Carolinian up here in a vehicle, it seems like they catch the retard too. So they drive just as bad. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Which 25? You can't say that.
they don't know how to drive in the mountains.
Yeah. Well, it ain't mountains. I mean, I live in the valley, so I mean, you go. Like, I guess the mountains are around you. You're not really on the mountains at all. So it's just main highways. It's just crazy. But 81 that's main highway from north to south. A lot of tractor trailers travel that highway. So that's the majority of them.
Yeah, I was heading. It was last Wednesday. I was driving home from work, and I'm like, damn, I'm glad I'm not going north, because I'm going from West Palm all the way down to Fort Lauderdale, and right around that Boca Raton area that I was telling you is like all the entitled people, the rich people. I like look over to 95 North, and I'm talking with a dead stop. Like, not they have a lane and people are able to pass. Dead stop. And 95 traffic is 5 lanes.
Oh,
Okay. It's big highways because there's a lot of people moving back and forth on 95.
Yeah.
It's like the main road. And then it went dead stop for the next 40 minutes. That's how much traffic was and they weren't moving. And like, obviously, like my thought was, man, if I was going north, I really test my gas tank way too much. And I'll get close to
run out of gas, man.
Dude, I would have run out of gas in the middle of I-95. I would have turned my car off. Like damn, all right,
Park on the side.
Stuck, I would have had to turn my car off. I was going to get stranded on I-95. Looked like freaking zombie land out there. But yeah, no, it was literally like 45 minutes. It was, on the GPS, it says yellow traffic, red traffic.
Yeah.
This was turquoise. It's a whole new color.
Special color.
What is that?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
dude, it was a good 40 minutes. I mean, they didn't even open up the highway until like 8-9 p.m. It was completely shut out for 3.5 hours.
That's crazy.
On like the main road.
Jesus Christ.
No, it was a shooting.
Oh, okay.
It was the road rage shooting.
Crime scene. Got it.
Mm-hmm. They had to stop all traffic from passing through so they can investigate.
Crime scene. That's
insane. It was involved like three cars. One person got shot in the head. It was crazy.
Jesus.
It's crazy.
Over road rage, man. Like it's crazy. And she got arrested. It was a she that did it.
How about the Panthers? They had road rage. Oh, pretty sure some of the Lambeau fans had road rage.
I was about to say the Lambeau fans may have road rage leaving. Yeah.
Yeah.
First road win in a while.
Yeah, no. Well, first significant road win to begin with. I mean,
by far.
You have the one in New York, but
Yeah, that didn't count.
Yeah, we've seen the direction they decided to go. So
today, blew it up today.
Yeah,
gave away their whole defense.
Who's that? The Jets?
Yeah.
Oh no, they went crazy.
Crazy moves, bro. Crazy moves.
Nobody.
I think it was good though. I think it was good for them.
No, it was. I told Dean I think there was two teams that were going to do it. It's either going to be New Orleans or it was going to be New York
or Miami.
I mean, I don't know. Miami. Yeah, the situation is just weird because I don't know what they're doing on there. Obviously, they said Mike McDaniels is staying for the season at least. I just don't know what they're trying because I don't think
GM's gone.
GM is
fired
gone.
the GM. They traded their best pass rusher to the Eagles. I thought like 3 days ago that was the sign that all right, we're about to blow this thing up.
I mean, but at the same time, if you look at that roster, it's talented. They have talent
good
on the roster.
Mm-hmm. So, but they just don't have cap. They're screwed. They're in cap.
Oh, they're
right now.
stuck with Tua's deal too. Holy shit!
Tua's deal.
I did see there was something out there about people asking about Waddle, right? There were people asking about Waddle.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Holding GM or whatever the hell title they gave that guy. He said that he was open to hearing teams out when it came to Waddle, but they wanted the first round pick for Waddle and nobody was willing.
Well, they wanted more. They wanted the first for Waddle.
I mean, I would have given up. I would have given up a first rounder.
Dean's been on this for the last 3 days, y'all. I swear, all I have heard is him talk about is what we should go give up for Jalen Waddle. And Dean, Dean will tell you, I didn't disagree, but I'm like, that's just not the Panthers. When it hit 4:00 today, and was I surprised we did not see the Panthers name? No, I was.
Was I surprised I didn't see the Panthers name? No. Do I agree? Fuck no.
No, you don't have to agree.
I would have rather have went after somebody, either an edge rusher, a veteran edge rusher that was available, or a safety. That would have been my personal.
I wanted
preference.
Shaheed. That's what I wanted. Shaheed. I said if we're going to go with somebody where I thought was available and they could add.
He definitely has the speed.
I think it would have been Shaheed.
Yeah.
But like Dean made a good point. That's in division. It's harder to get done.
That's
a lot for one, because it automatically probably raises that price just a little bit. I mean, it's not like the Seattle Seahawks gave up a lot, but it probably raised the price up a little bit for the Panthers. But that's what I expected to see if we were going to make a move. It was for somebody that wasn't like the huge name, just because that isn't what the Panthers do. They've never done it in the history of this franchise. You don't see them make splash plays like that. It's just
especially during the season. I think the one trade I can remember that really panned out well was a Greg Olsen trade, and we did that during the draft.
3rd round pick.
Yeah, but even when that trade happened,
but it was during the draft.
But even when that trade happened, it wasn't like Greg Olsen was some superstar. You know what I mean?
By far, he was average.
Exactly. So he was very.
It was like Cole Kmet.
Yeah, he was very.
I would say he was very.
He was a normal tight end. He was
Correct.
a normal tight end.
Obviously,
maybe we need to just rewind the history a little bit. Like, there is a Cole Kmet still in the league, and we should go after him with a fourth rounder.
I told you,
Holston Lovely.
You can get him. You can get him for less than a fourth. I wouldn't want him. I still think we should go after Michael Mayer, but that's just me. Like,
I mean, that's still not a bad one.
He would fit our offense from a blocking philosophy.
I mean, guys like Likely, Mayer, Cole Kmet. I think those guys that have been in the league 2 or 3 years. You know what I mean? And have they shown? You know, they've shown signs of being, you know, a great player, but it's not consistent.
Hear me out. Schoonmaker.
No.
Nah.
Schoonmaker from Dallas.
He'd be really cheap, but I don't think Dallas would move.
I just don't know. I want a guy that. I want a guy.
Schoonmaker is a good blocker.
Yeah.
We already have those.
I would want to more of a that.
I want somebody that can do
Cole Kmet or Likely, one of those guys that have shown something. I know Schoonmaker has his couple moments, but those guys have shown it. Hey, we could do something with the opportunities. Kind of like Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen had shown in Chicago, hey, you give me the ball, I can do something with it. And obviously, history wrote itself. He came in, probably maybe a future Hall of Famer. But
up to this past week, you could have said Musgraves too.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah. Musgraves was definitely a trade candidate. I think a lot of people were trying to land Musgraves.
And if Kraft doesn't get hurt, Sunday, they lose to Carolina. Who's to say they don't try to move Musgrave? But now, you know, obviously you don't move a guy like that after.
Guys from Dynasty that are like, obviously they're Packers fans. They were saying that like last week there was rumblings about Musgraves being traded.
Because it makes sense.
It made sense.
That's what Kraft was doing. Yeah, you go try and move a guy like that.
Think about it. Kraft was a 3rd rounder. Musgraves was a 2nd rounder.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Now we're drafted in the same draft.
Same draft class. 2nd and 3rd round picks.
And if you actually look back at it, Musgrave was ahead of him until Musgrave got hurt in his rookie year.
He was, yeah.
Musgrave was playing significantly ahead of him. And then I think he hurt his knee or something. I don't remember what the injury was. Yeah, he missed like 6 weeks, and then Kraft came in and took the job and never looked back.
Yeah. Kraft had his small breakout last year, but this year was his breakout year.
He was on pace for a tight end 1 year.
Yeah, he was putting his stamp on it.
McBride's doing his thing now.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree, but Kraft has been doing it just as well.
Yes,
that's the thing.
He is. He has.
And I don't give a damn what anybody says. Brock Bowers is back, and he made sure everybody.
I told you that today. I was like,
that motherfucker went ham.
I said my boy put his nuts on the table.
He sure did.
He was like, hold on.
I looked at it because I didn't believe it, but he scored more fantasy PPR points this week than any player in any game during the entire course of the season. That's fucking Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
120 plus receiving yards.
That's in tight end premium for people listening.
No. That's standard PPR. That wasn't tight end premium. That was standard PPR scoring. He is the number 1 scorer on a just game average this entire season, and second was Trey Tucker when he went ham in like week 6 or some shit for no reason.
Yeah, that's right. Bowers is also in Oakland. That like hands down number 1 option.
Yeah, for sure.
They just
especially now because they just traded Jacoby Myers.
Myers.
Yeah.
So, no, it was. I mean, hey, we saw some big names move today. You know, it wasn't a lot. There was only a handful of them, but they were.
It was more than normal, though.
Sauce.
We'll say that.
Nobody walked in today and said Breece Hall wasn't going to get traded, and Sauce Gardner and Quinn Williams
was going to get traded.
And that's the thing, Jets. I mean, they're the ones that push their top players. They're the ones out of everybody. Those are the 2 top names.
Yeah.
And the wild part is they had them both locked up long term. That's what got me.
Yeah.
These are 2 players that have one signed an extension this summer with Sauce. Like they had them locked up long term.
Well,
to move that was surprising.
If you look at what they did, you know, what obviously we know what they're going for in the draft. They need a quarterback. But what did they make sure what did they make sure they solidified? That wide receiver room, because hey, if we get a quarterback, we're going to have to – obviously, they came out after the trade deadline and said Garrett Wilson wasn't even on the table for anybody. Correct. So he wasn't even a candidate to be traded. But you go get A.D. Mitchell. You go get John Mechie. Now, obviously, these guys still have something to prove in the league. But, you still solidified. You got that wide receiver room really young. You bring Mason Taylor in from the draft. So you're kind of set up to draft.
GM has my vision. They have my vision. I like all three of those guys. I've been screaming for A.D. Mitchell and Mechie.
You know, the thing is, though, you look at both of them and you're like, okay, yeah, but they're better than what the Jets had anyway at wide receiver.
100%.
So they upgraded at wide receiver.
Was
even
pretty rough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So even
Outside
bringing
of
those guys
Wilson,
in, they upgraded.
But you give them a half a season to really carve their way out because they should walk in as a 2 and 3 there. You know what I mean? There shouldn't be any competition at the wide receiver position right now. And you give them half a season, the Jets, they get to watch and see what these guys have, because then that determines on what you do. Obviously, you got multiple first-round picks now. Correct. So obviously you're taking a quarterback. Yeah. As the defensive side of the ball, they were already struggling. So you take your two biggest stars that were going to bring the most capital in, and you ship them off.
Yeah.
So I think
some dynasty football stuff right here.
It was.
It's literally the best way to tank.
Yeah. It's the best way to tank right there because you didn't hurt yourself.
Well, they already know they don't have the solution at quarterback. So
exactly.
Yes, we know
they're going to continue to struggle.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you look at it, because this is why I said, for me, it looks like they're lining up to target 2027. Because the first that they got was in 27. They had 3 picks in 2027 with the Colts and with Dallas and their own, and then they have 2 in 2026 and 2 second rounders.
Yep.
So 2026 is take your best available player, whoever that may be, and then 2027 they're going to swing, and they're going to make a big swing. And then a lot of people didn't see this. I don't know if y'all saw it as well, but if you look at Sauce Gardner's contract and Quentin Williams' contracts, they actually saved almost $30 million in cap space in 2027. They're not looking to compete this year. They're definitely not looking to compete next year. No. And they're looking to build really into 2027 based off of that class, the potential quarterback class, the elite wide receiver class that's going to be there as well. They're in a prime position to really build long-term when it comes to both the offensive and the defensive side. It'll be fun to watch. But I feel bad for Jets fans because they just suck for the next 2 years. Maybe 3.
But hey, they've been in that situation before.
Correct.
This is my dynasty equivalent. Last year. My dynasty equivalent of what the Jets just did.
Oh, that trade was bullshit.
I got
talking about the trade you made last week.
I'm just talking. I don't know. The guy sent that to me. I'm pretty sure. But I've got
detail. But you won
questions at quarterback. Got some questions at quarterback. Questions at quarterback. Injury at quarterback.
Questions at quarterback.
Another question at quarterback. He's getting massaged right now.
That ain't a question. He's done, dude. Let's be real.
And then I was able to shore up I've got
4 picks.
This class, 4 picks. So I got a quarter of the 27 class. And then I was able to get my pick back for 26. So the goal here is to tank. Currently, I am how do you do it from this thing?
League.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently in 11th place, and we'll show the trade since John just mentioned it. I'm 2-7. It's a 3-way tie. We'll go ahead and take a look at the trade. That was the guy. He's contending. He's contending.
That was a wild trade, dude.
I hate this on the computer. It doesn't look the same.
You swapped running backs for wide receivers, but you got the picks on the back end. So,
right. This is it. Yeah, here we go. So this is the trade. I ended up posting Javonte Williams and Jahmyr Gibbs to one of the contenders. He's in 2nd place right now, trying to make a push. Old Spice 95. And, I just posted him on the block, and he sent me a trade offer. And I pretty much I think he sent me Emeka. He sent me Emeka, Woody Marks, Devonta Smith, and the 26th first for Javonte Williams, Gibbs, and something else. I didn't like the trade. It was okay. It was not bad. And then I countered with something, and then he countered with Kyle Williams with the 1st and the 3rd in the trade. So just this, and then I just threw in this 2nd, and I was like, all right, I'll do it for the 2nd with the 26th second in there. And then he took the trade. So this was kind of his idea, and I just added this late second-round pick in the rookie class. But, yeah, I mean, I shored up my receiver. I got Emeka Egbuka. I got Devonta Smith, sorry. And so, yeah, I mean, I already had Garrett Wilson, speaking of the Jets. Jacoby Myers going to the Jacksonville Jaguars is very interesting. He's still 28.
Not a big fan of that landing spot.
Yeah, I mean, due to quarterback play, I agree 100%. But
not a big fan.
I still got Rashee Rice.
I'm hoping it helps Michael Thomas.
Yeah, me and you both.
We'll see. But, yeah, everything on the team is kind of dookie except for my receiver core. So I am the Jets right now. So, yeah, I wanted to share that. And
my team in that league is stacked.
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yeah, my team in that league is stacked. I think that's the league that I traded for McCaffrey in with Seth before the year started. I'm pretty sure that's the same league.
I think I'm mid in that one.
I think I don't know what place I'm in that league, but I think I lead the league in scoring or top 3 for sure.
Right now, you are 6-3.
I'm 6-3
roster right here. Yeah, the Tyler Warren, Brock Bowers stack is insane.
Yes,
I'm down there with Dean.
Yeah. Did I win this league?
I need Golden to do. Yeah, I think you won that league last year.
And I started out real slow.
Where's Seth at?
I'm 6-3 too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me and Seth. That's the trade that me and Seth made. The trade that we talked about a while back.
Yep.
Sent him Ted McMillan. Came and got my boy.
Yeah, came scooped him up, swoopity swoop.
Yeah, he was gonna come for him. I wasn't offering him, but he had to ask for it first. I wasn't gonna send it to him.
But with what I've done, 2029 is definitely my year. I had to definitely make that the name because it's gonna take me a minute. It'll take me a minute to get these.
That's a long-term build.
This is definitely a slow build. This is the Jets build right here. So, team name.
I don't know if Bryce Young can actually be fantasy relevant and JJ McCarthy can, figure out how to actually play football as a professional. I think you could be okay. I don't think he'll be great, but I think you could contend for a playoff spot.
Yeah, I mean, Purdy's just he can't stay healthy.
Purdy got replaced, dude.
If I even get anything out of this dude, I'm gonna be happy. Anything.
You're not getting anything out of him.
Just
I'll give you a 4th.
I'm hanging on to him in a league too.
I'm not talking about draft cap. I'm talking about production wise. He ain't going anywhere because
he ain't going to give you any production.
I'm not trying to trade him. I'm talking about production. He'll hit something. He'll get some. He'll get some work. But yeah, I like to do my rebuilds by going receiver and quarterback, and then everything else after. Like Mark Andrews was kind of hoping he'd get traded today. I do have a little stack here with Hawkinson and McCarthy. But we still got to see what McCarthy's about. He's had a pretty good week this week against Detroit. I mean, it's a respectable team to play well against. I mean, they got a decent pass rush, so it's kind of hard.
And they got the win, so
right.
I mean, he has the weapons. I mean, that's one reason I went and traded for Jordan Addison this week. On that fact, I mean, he looked good. McCarthy did. And once he can spread that ball around, I mean, the talent on that, on that team is there. Obviously, you got Justin Jefferson. So, I think he's going to be all right. I think he'll be a middle of the pack guy probably.
I don't think he's ever going to be like high end, but I think he can give you a low.
Could be QB2
numbers, make QB2 numbers.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do something to get solidify that run game a little bit better in Minnesota. I
agree.
To really make him
to excel for him.
Yeah.
That was actually me and Dean were talking during before 4:00, and when they came out and said Breece Hall was on the table, I was like, Minnesota. I was like, Minnesota could be a good landing spot for him.
I think they have offensive line issues though. I think that's as much a part of it as any.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Jordan Mason's proven, you give him a good line, he's going to be able to do something, and he ain't even done nothing either.
He's done nothing this year.
Man, he had a couple games, and that's the thing. I don't like the. Let me say this. I do have a lot of Jordan Mason, but this isn't why I'm saying this. I just think Aaron Jones is past his prime. I think it's time just to he should probably fall back into that maybe RB2 role there, and you give it to the young guy. because neither one of the guys are really doing a lot. So why not give it to the guy that maybe has a little bit more?
Aaron Jones had a really good week last week.
Yeah, he had a good pass, bro. He had a good
yards,
catch. He had a good catch.
100 yards from scrimmage in the first half.
Yeah, but it was
Who was
padded
that?
by one big play.
Aaron Jones.
It was padded by one big play.
I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't, but at least he made the play.
Yeah, of course. I'm not saying he don't make the play. I'm just talking about
Mason.
runner.
Mason likes to
think
fumble. That's the only concern I have for Mason.
I think Mason has a little bit of juice right now at Aaron Jones, where he's at in his career.
Well, let's talk a little bit about running backs then.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Segue.
Let's talk a little bit about running backs. Y'all want to talk about running backs? Let's talk about running backs. Here's Mason
The
right here.
heartbreak that was Scatabo. Yeah.
Mason's right in the middle. I don't know if y'all can see my cursor, but he's right in the middle next to Warren and Gainwell. I don't see he must not have had enough touches because it says 46 minimum carries.
Yeah.
So they're middle of the pack. Jones, they're middle of the pack when it comes to teams' run block grade for the season. A lot of the teams are right there in the middle. You got some really bad ones, which is kind of blowing my mind about Vidal and Hampton being the team run block grade.
That O-line has destroyed with injuries.
They're about as bad as Carolina Panthers when it comes to O-line health right now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because our O-line of health, and look where we're at. We're up in the 78 range for
but they
run block grade.
But that's one thing.
We dealt with it for multiple years. The Chargers haven't. The Chargers had.
But that's one thing that people keep putting over too is no matter what our arrangement has been over these last few weeks, we've still been very productive and been able to play
100%.
pretty cohesive. So, and a lot of props have been given to offensive line coaching.
Yes.
No,
Right, in run pro,
not pass pro.
Well,
but in run
hey,
well, Icky
handled
island boy.
Dude, he handled Micah.
Pass pro. That's the first game in Micah Parsons' career he did not have a pressure.
Yeah, I actually watched the clip.
That's
The guy breaking it down. They were very impressed with the fact that Icky was able to hold him to what he did. But again, Bryce only had 18 attempts, so it's not like he
wasn't out there pass blocking 40 times. Yes.
Correct.
But he did his job.
And he wasn't holding the ball. Yeah. They just didn't put the game plan was very
ball
it was very thought out.
Canales did. This is probably one of the best games I've seen him call. Honestly,
right. Yeah. Just the game plan in general. Coach. Yeah,
both
game
sides,
plan in
actually.
general. Yeah,
no, for sure. You got to give EJ his props. But I'm talking about offensively. Obviously, it wasn't the big explosive plays, but as a game plan, one of the better ones I've seen him call. He did the right thing. He obviously success beside the number 2 guy right there, as you see, Rico Dowdle. As long as that dude's rolling, I mean, that's what runs this offense right now. He is the engine of this offense.
Yeah, just to continue kind of explaining it says yards over expected per attempt. Your number 1 guy right now is about 1.45 is James Cook. I mean, he's at the top of the chart here for yards over expected per attempt.
Correct.
With the 4th, so with the 4th best run offensive line. Dowdle is with the 3rd best run offensive line. McCaffrey and the 49ers is 2nd, and then the Rams, they're the best run pro offensive line in the league right now. And somehow their guys are kind of in the middle of the pack a little bit when it comes to yards over expected. So
that's crazy that they're both right there together.
Right, they're pretty much the same player.
I was going to say the same guys, same style.
This chart, by the way, is via Computer Cowboy, which is at Ben Baldwin or Ben B. Baldwin on X, just to give him his props.
Yeah, this is a good chart. I like
when I look at this, I'm most frustrated with? That line that goes out the middle and you see 2 Seattle Seahawks running back. What the hell is going on in Seattle right now with those running backs?
They're throwing the ball. That's all they care about.
That's one thing.
And
they
are out there cooking, boy.
Yeah.
No, the one thing on here for me, maybe not necessarily from a graph standpoint, but just in general, dude, Kellen Moore does not know how to use Alvin Kamara. Like, God dog.
Kamara's never been a good runner.
I hate the fact
He can't use him at all.
Yeah, I think
Like,
Kamara. I think that whole you trade
Like Kamara legitimately
hurt him.
cliffed.
I don't know why you're upset about it. We have him next week, and we got him another game going forward.
Oh,
I love
I'm just
it.
meaning from a fantasy standpoint.
Alvin
Like, get
Kamara.
Lord, bro.
Why do you have him? That's your loss. That's your decision
He
to
went
make.
from an RB1
I was selling him so
ghost.
freaking hard in every league. I got stuck with him like an idiot because I just wanted to show someone I was committed to.
Zero shares over here, but I have zero
I have like
shares.
3.
I got none.
So I will say, there's
one is more than enough.
The one league I have Kamara in, I was in a league with a guy I strategically traded for Kamara, in one league that I was like pretty stable at the position, and so I was like, "Yeah, dude, I love Kamara." I try to get rid of him in another league, and I'm like, I showed that I like him, and he's like, he bought it, and he ended up buying him. So I had to play some like mind games in like 2 different leagues. Like, nah, Kamara's that guy, man. His second round value is absolutely is great. Yeah. That's absolutely
nobody wants to touch Alvin Kamara.
Not anymore.
No,
this was like a year or two.
Not this year, no.
But
you know, back to that Seattle duo, I got both of them off of Dean in one league this year, and that had. I mean, granted, I got them as my backups to have a backup role, but that has not helped me at all.
Yeah, I have them in a league I want to trade them in, but I'm not going to trade them right now. Like
their value's too low.
Yeah, you can't trade. That's the frustrating thing when you have guys like that. Like you can't trade them because you're not.
That's another one too, where I would expect a trade there. Like, to be honest, Charbonnet is probably the better of the two.
I would trade Walker. I would keep Charbonnet 100%.
I mean, Walker definitely got his role, more of the power guy, but. Yeah, I think
I'm on the opposite end. I think Walker's a better all-around back. It's just Charbonnet gets all the red zone touches, so the value's not there.
That is true. Yeah,
that kills your value as a running back. If you're not scoring touchdowns, it'll kill you in fantasy, especially.
I think Charbonnet's better out of the backfield. He's a little bit more of a power back. Walker is a little bit better runner between the tackles with his he's a little bit more of an elusive runner.
I think he's more of an aggressive runner, and I think that's why he gets hurt as much as he does too.
He's a little elusive. Like Charbonnet is a bowling ball. He don't really move laterally.
I think
they're very similar when they run.
I think Walker likes contact.
But damn, they're in a bad situation.
Yeah, they both deal with injuries though. They both stay banged up. They really
that
do.
Is true. I do get hurt.
Saquon Barkley right there. Look at him.
Shaheed going to Seattle, dude. I like that move. I think that's going to be very, very big for them. Is it gives them a legitimate Shaheed?
Oh, I was saying Saquon, but Shaheed.
Yeah. I think Shaheed going to Seahawks is very.
I love it. I have a buddy that's
JSN is about to absolutely cook because they can't double team JSN with him.
Well, he's already cooking. He didn't need Shaheed to do that, honestly.
I agree, but it's going to make it easy and sustainable.
But I have a buddy at work. He's a Seattle fan. He's in some of our leagues. He went to the game Sunday, but I was messaging him because we're in a different building now, and I was like, Shaheed to Seattle. He's like, yeah. He's like, we'll see how he fits in. I was like, bro, he just walked in as y'all's wide receiver 2. I was Horton's figuring it out. I was like, Cooper Kupp, I'm sorry, bub, you're past your prime. I was like, Shaheed and JSN are going to go absolutely insane.
Correct.
The only thing I don't like about it is I have Horton shares, and I was really digging the past couple of weeks. I was liking the trend here, and now I feel like how's this going to affect him?
I think he's still going to carve his way out in the offense. He's still going to have his opportunities, but it's just going to be. I mean, you're about to just see Shaheed and JSN downfield.
The Seahawks are going to be passing even more, dude. Yeah, his ball's going to be flying everywhere.
Just going to say it, by the end of the year, you may see Darnold creep into that top 10 in fantasy at quarterback, if not a little bit higher.
Well, guys, I want to talk a little bit about our Stop Capping Fantasy Football League where we all suck.
Dude, I looked at that today. I swear I looked at it today and I was like, bro, we're all at the bottom. Well, John ain't doing too bad.
I'm 5-4. Yeah. I just had too many fucking injuries.
I'm 4-5. I mean, I did too. I mean, my running backs, I lost Hampton. Pearsall hasn't played a fucking single snap, it seems.
Just about.
Bryce is Dookie right now. Bowers missed 4 weeks.
Correct. And that was your first pick, too.
Yeah, Bowers was my first pick, and he finally paid off with a 57 piece.
Told you, dude, he went ham.
And Josh Allen. I mean, he's not up there with the normal ranks that he is with like number 1. He's only top 5.
Not bad.
How do you see it on this?
His top 5. He's had his bye week. I mean,
he's 6. He's number 4, number 6. Here it is. Yeah. Here it is. Okay. Scroll down a little bit more. Half point.
2024.
Yeah, he's doing this thing. I mean, but it's just, he's not dominating like he normally does. Yeah. And this is the league I drafted a different way than I normally do. Everybody always drafts quarterback really early, and I usually fade quarterback. And I did not want that to happen this year. And then, of course, everybody faded quarterback, and then I took quarterback. And I'm like, great, I'm now stuck with a quarterback while everybody's taking all the damn skill positions. Hence my 4-5 record.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm 5-4. It's the injuries that do that. My injuries have sucked.
This is James's squad here.
Ryan Thomas, that killed you.
Oh, he's dogging, right?
What, the second, third round?
Ryan Thomas, Jamar Chase.
I mean, he's cooking though.
Jamar Chase has had solid last 2 weeks.
Man, it's number 1.
Wide receiver.
He's wide receiver 1.
Yeah, but what he could be doing with Joe Burrow right now.
I mean, he ain't triple crown wide receiver 1, but he's still number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah, he's the wide receiver. He's like, yeah, he's doing okay. I mean, what else do you want from the man? Like
he's okay.
Last year's Jamar Chase, that's what it was.
I want 30 a game.
Yeah,
for real.
I want the triple crown chase.
If I draft you, he slipped to me the number 2. If I draft you number 1 overall, I'm expecting you to. I get it. He's wide receiver 1, but
you gotta give him 20 a game at least.
But the thing about him is like the numbers are padded by big games, so it's not like
he has had some
45, 27, 45, 22, 23. I mean, he's cooking. He's cooking.
Yeah, but look at that early on.
He had 2 bad weeks, 3. But
now it's excusable, man.
You could compare that with that shit over there in Jacksonville.
Inexcusable, right?
You compare that with what he's dealing with his other wide
exactly. And that's how you get a 3-game.
You want to talk shit about the other wide receiver? Look at the guy I got on my team.
I mean, he's wide receiver.
He's finally showing up right
again.
Here.
Joe Flacco.
That's Joe Flacco. This is Jameis Winston-esque.
But you get it so late. Imagine we had Joe Flacco at the beginning of the season.
Imagine he still had his actual quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
Crazy thought.
I will say. I will say. So 3 weeks ago, is it 3 weeks ago now? I went and traded for Chase Brown in a league when he was just shit in the bed, bro. And in my mind, I was like, you know what? I got a feeling that if they can get the offense rolling, you know what I mean? And if you look at his strength of schedule going down the line, very
talking about in this league?
No, not in that league. No, I'm just talking about the Bengals in general. But I think he's put together 3 games in a row where it's over 15 points. I think 21 in the last one. Just because the offense is rolling. I mean, he had 14 targets this past week. 14 targets at the running back position.
That's absurd.
Yeah, that's absurd.
You never thrown that ball the whole damn game, so I'm not
sure.
shocked.
It's crazy what happens with that team whenever they have something they can move the ball. I mean,
Seth got hurt with Lamar.
Seth got Lamar. Yeah,
that one well, with the Ravens in general, because I got Derrick Henry too.
Yeah.
And then they struggled.
Derrick Henry had a bad stretch there, bro.
Yeah.
At the very beginning,
yeah.
He had the big one, and then I traded him right there. Remember that one? Remember that? I traded him after the big game, and I got a first and a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then McLaurin, too.
McLaurin, yeah. That's a letdown, bro. That's a letdown. That one hurts.
Yeah.
Has he played 2 games all year?
I think 3.
3. He played 4.
It was 4, yeah. But one of them was a partial.
Yeah, this was 47%. This was 60%.
2 of them were partial.
And now they're saying he's going to be back to after the bye week.
Yeah, he's going to miss. He missed this week. Yeah, he's going to come back around week 13, which is close to playoffs.
Yeah.
My boy got paid and then took the whole rest of the year off.
Oh, no, it ain't getting paid. It's setting out.
That's a holdout, man.
This is a holdout. We see it every year.
Yeah.
And then I missed on a few rookie, like on Burden, missed on him.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Minnesota's backfields killed me.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, it's a tough year. You got Fannin.
Quarterbacks.
Yeah, you got Fannin.
Fannin's been pretty good.
Dude, Fannin has exceeded expectations for a rookie.
Yeah, bro. He's
See, that's another trade. I mean, Njoku.
Yeah.
Cleveland don't know what they're doing, so
no,
they really don't.
You got Coco Chains. I don't know how you're losing.
For real.
How are you losing with Coco Chains on the team? That's crazy. The disrespect.
Yeah.
You go give him to a winner.
I think I actually had to start him when the other week.
Phoenix was out.
Yeah, and Lamar was out too. Yeah, I had to start him.
This one.
Yeah. J-Mo's been a letdown, bro.
Matthew Golden has been a letdown. Good Lord.
Yes and no, but yes and no.
J-Mo is the new Gabe Davis. I just want to throw that.
Dude, bro.
There is a fucking player comp.
It's absurd to say it, but he is not far off.
Damn.
He is not far off. Let's be honest.
It's either all or nothing.
Exactly.
It's one or the other. You're getting a boom.
He's Jameson Williams. That's the same thing. Like he's a boom or bust, literally.
I've never seen a Gabe Davis.
If I remember correctly, I said this 3 years ago when Dean was all over him. I said he's going to be a boom or bust player in this league. He's going to be a boom bust player just because of the way he plays.
I just think they could use him differently.
Oh, me 100%.
I think
he's way too talented. He's way too talented to be used.
And I agree with that. But
so it's not the talent; it's the system the way they're using it.
Still, he's been boom or bust his entire time.
Because everything underneath is going to two players. It's either the tight end or Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's your underneath guys.
Right there, you can tell why my team is at 5 wins. If you just look at who I had to start at quarterback last week, just throwing that out there. My team has had so many fucking injuries.
I mean, I wouldn't be too upset about that. I mean, he's kind of cooking right now.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
To be fair, 29, 24, and 29, I would not be bitching about that.
Hey, for somebody that's got a couple shares of Kyler Murray,
six
I wish I had jumped on Brissett.
I think I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure I dropped Jacoby Brissett this morning in that.
No, let's show it right here.
I'm fairly certain.
You would say not on roster.
Yeah, I would say not on roster.
I'm fairly certain I did. I dropped him in one of the redraft leagues.
Wasn't this one? Oh, tight end of the week.
Yeah, it is. I dropped him this morning.
In FFL?
Yeah, I dropped him in Washington this morning.
Oh, these are all the tight end bench warmer. Tight end bench warmer of the week. It's John's team. What is this? I've never even seen this. What is
that's
this?
in the little
different.
weekly recap report. The computer's different.
But
I dropped both of them this morning, and I had to pick Jacoby Brissett up off the waiver wire once they said Kyler Murray wasn't going to play. I had to drop my damn kicker for him. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
That team,
56.9% margin.
My team has had injuries at every position.
Yeah, I would say 3 of us have to really scrape try to get the playoffs. Who's in first right now in that league?
I'm not making a
waiver claim in.
It's got to be up to y'all.
Let's go ahead and put a waiver claim in for the guy that was just released.
Feel free. I'm not picking back up.
Just kidding.
Now, granted, I dropped him thinking Kyler Murray was going to be back next week, and now Kyler Murray is expected to be out for multiple weeks. So I think they said 4 to 8 weeks. He may not even play again this year. So
and they're saying that they're liking the way the offense is playing right now.
I mean, I agree.
We've seen this from Jacoby do before. He fades out. He will eventually putter out, and
he's having his Geno Smith moment. He's going to play great for a few weeks, and then he's going to be asked. It's going to happen.
How about
I was waiting for that to happen with Mac Jones too, but that ain't happened yet.
How about this mug right here?
Yeah, that's
dude.
Maggie Boo right there.
There's one league I have him. It's one of the dynasty leagues. I have him. He's still in my taxi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I've been
keep him there.
I pulled him off. He's been too good. I was like, nah, I need the production.
If you don't need him, you keep him.
Tanking, leave him. Yeah.
The receivers are killing me though for the Chargers. For not knowing who to start. I the collection I have, not knowing who to start and when to start.
Right.
Because it's like Russian roulette trying to start them guys.
Trey Tucker stock just went up because Jacoby Myers.
100%.
If they, I don't know. They got to prove that they're willing to vertical receivers a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, they gotta commit to throwing the ball at some point.
They got to commit to something.
That you want to talk about an offense without an identity? That's it.
Yeah.
It's different week in and week out. Some weeks they run heavy. Some weeks they think they can throw the ball 60 times. I don't get it.
Yeah, you saw Genty. If you looked at that running back chart, Genty's on the lower back half of that. So
yeah.
Genty. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. Pretty rough.
Yeah.
Pretty
but that's
rough.
also showing that his line isn't very good. They don't have, the line ain't grading out either.
If you look at the difference between Genty being forced to use a stance that he's not used to and just standing up like a normal person for some ungodly reason, I don't know what it is, but he stood up like he did in college, and all of a sudden he's actually playing very well. So,
yeah, but we're talking about the O-line, right? But another rookie has a worse O-line slightly, but is averaging a whole yard over Genty, and that's Quinshon Junkins.
Okay, Cleveland has a pretty solid O-line.
Not based off this
From
chart.
a run blocking standpoint, they have pretty solid O-line.
From this chart, they are worse than the Raiders.
Yeah, they are from this. But look at the Chargers.
Junkins is a big dude, too.
Yeah, look at the Chargers for real. And I would say Chargers have a rough O-line.
Right, they're at the bottom. That's the worst. Yeah, they are the worst.
They lost, I think, 3 starters for the season.
So, guys, you
I was what?
See it. The horizontal line, this direction. This is the strength of the O-line. So far left is the weakest O-line. Far right is the strongest O-line. Judkins is left of Genty. And then, obviously, Hampton and Vidal are all the way on the left. So they have the worst O-line. But then the vertical growth is their yards over expected per attempt, meaning how the defense is lined up and how the offense is lined up after the ball is handed off. Yeah. So once the ball touches the running back's hands, is the blocking set up? Is there literally defenders beating the pass, run pro? Is the run pro just leaving the field wide open for him, like Jonathan Taylor, where you can drive a freaking F-350 through the gaps? What are they doing? And right now, you got the Chargers as the worst O-line, and their production with the worst O-line is very respectable at over a yard, for Vidal, and just under a yard over expected per attempt. With the worst O-line is not bad, especially when you compare it to like Irving and Rashad White, just a couple levels down, and they're barely getting it past. They're in the negative. They're below 0.
That's a team I really want to see what they look like coming out of the bye.
I just don't think they're a good team, but it's very similar stance I had with the Green Bay Packers and why I thought that we could beat them. But we'll see. We'll see how they go. We'll just see how defense keeps playing, and we got to be able to run the football. I mean, we can run the football. I think we can against Tampa Bay. Yeah, but the point though about the Genty and Judkins, like Judkins right under a yard over attempt. Yards over expected per attempt.
What's the yard?
Genty is below 0, so he's in a negative yards over expected per attempt. So even with better O-line play than Hampton and Vidal, he's just not playing that strong. Even with better O-line play than Judkins, he's not playing as good as them.
I'd like to see that split between when he had his fourth stance that they were trying to make him do and when he actually went back to his traditional stance.
His Michael Myers stance.
So that's all I'd say. If you look at it like this, the numbers don't lie. Like he's played significantly better.
I know one thing that Houston needs to do is give Woody Marks the running back role.
The nod, yeah.
Give him the nod, bro.
What's up with Travion Henderson, though, man? He's down there, dude.
What the hell did he do to Vrabel? Yeah. He pissed Vrabel off or something.
It ain't even that. Look at the numbers. He's just significantly worse than Ramondre Stevenson. It's like
I don't think he is. I don't think he's getting the opportunity. If you look at it from a logistical standpoint, I think it was 2 weeks ago he had 2 rush attempts for 5 yards, and that was it. They're just not giving him an opportunity.
The only thing I could think is,
He's fun.
what downs is he coming in?
Correct.
Because he's not getting majority of the load. So.
He did play well last week. I think he had 88 or
Yeah, he
90.
played well, and that's why I'm hoping
well.
Ramondre's out again this week, so Travion can have the opportunity to.
And the whole rumor was out there last week about the Patriots approaching the Panthers about Chuba. So you got to something's up.
He played
Patriots don't like
75%
something.
of the snaps last week with the injury. But if you look at it prior to, he wasn't even on the field for half the plays.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Yeah, week 5 he was on there for 50% of the snaps.
That's 14 carries for 55 yards. That's not very good.
That's not good at all. That's some.
It's not good from a yards per carry standpoint, but he also, I think, had 30+ receiving yards. So I mean, he didn't have a terrible game.
I think that's where he's should be utilized.
But that's where he needs to be utilized.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is my league right here. I'm gonna win this.
Are you?
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, we're close.
Me and you are gonna. Me and you are neck and neck.
In this one too.
But my depth will swamp your depth.
I got you. Winning this league last year.
Injury, you're in trouble.
I've already got a key injury, and I'm still leading the league. Look at my injury.
I'm aware. Yeah. You lost neighbors.
I lost a top 5 dynasty receiver.
Happens, man. You also lost Najee Harris. Poor
Well, whatever.
Well, I mean,
that wasn't going to be a difference maker. I lost Ricky because he ain't done nothing.
That sucks.
I'm glad I traded him.
Garrett Wilson.
Pull that up, Dean. Pull up Ricky Pearsall and read the top sentence, dude. I didn't even read the article. All I read was fuzzy, and I closed
fuzzy?
it.
Yeah, I'd have closed that too.
Fuck San Francisco.
Dude, not only that, but they're still not giving any information about Ayuk and when they're going to open his practice window. At this point, Ayuk's lost for this.
I think what they're doing is they're seeing how far they can ride the Mac Jones train. And as long as they're playing well, they're not rushing these guys back because this is a team that's going to be in the playoffs, and they're just going to – Now, come whatever week we play them on Monday night, they're going to have Ayuk, Purdy, Pearsall. They're going to have the entire lineup healthy when they play the Carolina Panthers. It's just our luck.
Lineup now.
But I think they're just riding that Mac Jones train right now.
God, this is ugly. This is an ugly lineup right here, boys. I mean, I do have these two cats right here. They're carrying.
They're carrying you.
Yeah.
Right now, if you have, I've looked across my leagues. The teams that have Jonathan Taylor are currently top 3 in most leagues.
Dude,
if you have Jonathan Taylor, he is single-handedly carrying fantasy teams right now. He really is, dude.
Is it 4 games with 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, he's carrying rosters right now.
Damn it, he's fuzzy. I can't keep him.
Yeah. No, he's fuzzy, but he ain't playing. He ain't playing.
I guess I'm going to have to put
I'm
going to put Adam Mitchell in. Jesus Christ, I'm so screwed.
That's what I'm saying, man. My depth swamps you in that league, bro.
Now you got a good depth.
Mine sucks. My team is horrible.
I do have Gibbs too. I have Jameer Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, and Taylor.
Junkins starts this week. I think he should be able to play because it was a minor shoulder injury. I'm hoping Junkins is back this week.
This is my golden goose right here.
Until he has a 3 turnover game.
I mean, he did.
No, was it 5 total turnovers? I think. Yeah, 5. That's terrible. He had a rough week.
Yeah,
they had 6 as a team, right?
Yeah. And they had 6 the entire season coming into that game.
But he's gonna be all right.
He was getting.
Jones is cooking, bro.
Yeah, they were all over him. He couldn't do anything. I mean, they were like.
He's having his revamp year. Hey, he went to a different location. Look what happens.
Hey, sometimes it works like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that right there is retarded, dude.
How many hat tricks has he got? He got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 4 hat tricks.
4 threes.
Yeah.
How many yards does he have total?
I
don't know how many actual yards he has.
He's got 895, and then he's got 200. So he's already over 1,000.
Yeah.
He's got 14 touchdowns.
He's going to get all them redrafters in that chokehold next year, too. Everybody's going to draft Jonathan Taylor at number 1.
He's going to completely shit the bed.
He's gonna have
It's gonna be somebody like Tyron Tracy.
Yeah, bro. He's gonna have everybody in a chokehold. They're gonna draft him number 1, and he's gonna shit the bed.
Yeah, no, you're not even
Shit the
wrong.
bed.
What did I even trade for him? How did they get him?
Because Saquon had him. I think I traded him to you.
First and second.
Yep.
24 second. Damn, this was all the way back in 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say you had him for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, commitment, boys. That's what commitment looks like.
Nah,
And it's work. It's paying out.
2 years.
Paying out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I think this is the same league that me and James made the trade for Drake May, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Y'all keep talking about Jonathan Taylor's carrying.
Yeah, he's also carrying people.
I mean, guys, this team's loaded too. I mean, I got freaking JSN.
You got the big splash guys. You got
a
the
lot of
big
injuries, man.
You got Gibbs too.
I know. I got Gibbs, Bijan, Taylor. I got Josh Allen. I've got Danny Dimes. I mean, this is the biggest one.
Christian Kirk.
Jawan Johnson.
Bro, but look, this is why. Like,
I get it, but that's what look, dude.
They're so fuzzy, bro. He's fuzzy.
He's fuzzy. He's fuzzy. We gotta let it be.
The fuzzy guy.
Then I lost my bag.
This is the league that I still have Fanning on the taxi squad too.
No, I mean your team is insane.
My tight end room is fucking insane.
No, I mean your team is good. Where are you at?
There's a
I don't
great.
even think I have a quarterback this week, bro.
I don't have a flex quarterback.
I don't think I'm gonna have a quarterback at all.
Or no, I do.
Yeah, that's Drake May.
Oh yeah, this is when you traded Drake May,
Yeah,
James.
if I can get some consistency in Genty, I'd be all right.
Yeah.
But I've been very healthy in this league. I will say that.
Mid.
Ted's mid because of offense.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't call him mid, dude. He's wide receiver 16.
He's mid right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is
tight end room, dude.
This is what's carrying you right now.
Yeah,
not tight
you got you literally have the 3 best tight ends.
Yeah.
So you're over here like, oh, who's carrying you, bro? You're getting carried by that right there.
I got Kyle Pitts on the bench and Fannin on my taxi. I have 5 legitimate tight end ones.
I mean, your quarterbacks are sus as fuck. Outside of Drake May, you're quite literally being carried by McBride, Warren, and Bowers.
Yeah,
that's it. I mean, you're getting carried. It's tiny premium. It's 0.75 tiny premium. I do like this right here, though. This is savage to have on the bench. But he'll be back in. Henderson ain't doing nothing. Mid.
He ain't even mid.
He ain't even mid. Oh, whoa, John. Hold on. Dude. I gotta get off this real quick. I gotta look in your eye sockets. What did you just say?
Sometimes you just gotta call a spade, man. I think he's got potential. Right now he's just ass. Week 1, I was like, thank God, I finally got the one.
But if we're being honest, I mean, who's really doing anything outside of Dalton Kincaid this season?
Correct.
For them?
I mean, Shakir's
mid.
Shakir does.
He's mid.
Doing more than Coleman.
Shakir, he's boomer bust too.
Yeah,
he's doing more than Coleman.
Been Dalton Kincaid.
J-Mo on that roster.
It's been Dalton Kincaid and James Cook, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
you need to share the tight end love. I mean, you can't. You only got 4 flex, 3 flex.
Hey, what if one of them gets hurt like Brock Bowers? It didn't kill me. That's why I said the depth is there, man. But no, that's got to be the best group of tight ends I've ever seen on the team.
No,
that is good.
That's insane.
Yeah, you're probably the only person in the entire sleeper app that has those 4 guys on your roster. Guarantee you there's probably not another team that has those 3 tight ends together.
The 4, because it's got Fannin on a taxi.
Yeah. And Pitts is on the pitch. Pitts has actually played well this year.
Pitts needs to get traded.
Hey, listen, you stay on the mountain long enough, the talent will rise. The cream always rises to the top. I've been telling you, the cream always rises to the top.
Yeah, he's played pretty well. Especially with being in a tight end premium league, he's been fairly consistent. I think he scored double digits in all but one game this year. So, I mean, to have somebody like that you can plug in if you have to, definitely helps long term. So.
Where are you at, Seth? Oh, you and James are at the bottom.
3 and 6.
James is tanking.
Can I get the back though? That's what I want. What do you mean?
I'll make sure that don't happen.
I'm leading you in points by 140.
That's fine.
With injuries and with Kirk in my starting lineup.
Heck yeah.
He's got tight end you though.
I got RBU.
Carry me, dude.
Hey, I got JSN. We can go to another 3-letter acronym. I got the GOAT. Patiently waiting for that one. Cream.
It'll be interesting once we get to the playoffs to see how that league shakes out. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the stuff.
I know I ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, you way up here. Boop. I mean, you got CJ.
He's probably not playing.
No,
I was gonna say he got knocked
Man's
out.
got smucked.
Yeah.
They picked the flag up on that. I was astonished by that. With how hard he got hit, I just thought they would have stuck with the call.
Yeah. Spencer Rattler, baby. Huh?
That team's rough right there.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you got the
Got
3
Watson.
there. You got the 3 first. This is the class you need the first. This is where I was doing in that.
I'm fine though, but this for 2 seasons, this league has showed me that things fall in these drafts, so that's why I'm not
going to talk about it.
worried about it. So.
Oh boy, we ain't even going to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, I was going to say you can pull the league settings, go to the draft, you'll see it. And the crazy part is I've drafted all of my tight ends.
There they are, right there. And me, I don't have a single pick. Did I even get a pick in this draft?
I don't.
Nope. No, I got Mitchell Evans. I got the GOAT. Down there at the bottom in the 4th. Last pick, Mr. Irrelevant.
Mid.
You're not wrong. He's sitting on the taxi.
Yeah, he's on taxi everywhere for me. Well, where I have him, I ain't bringing him off. I still think I got Sanders on some taxi squads.
I want to see the 20. I want to see the previous draft.
It's not pulling up on the.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Delete league. I'm just kidding.
Delete league. John, you ain't winning shit.
You thought you was winning. My bad. Whoops.
You thought you had 3 tight ends.
I don't know if y'all have ever deleted the league, but you have to manually type in the entire name of the league with the capital letters and everything.
Yep.
Look at how that name is spelled. I would have to deliberately, it wouldn't be a mistake.
Yeah, you can't mistakenly do that.
The ones I've deleted, I just copy and then paste it.
Yeah. What's this here, Seth? Let's take a peek at this.
It's PFF grades from this past week.
Okay. Ooh, Roseman went kind of crazy.
Yeah, 15 tackles.
First player since Luke Kuechly to have back-to-back 12
double digits. Yeah.
Double-digit tackles.
Wano had a decent game. We're scoring that. How did he only get 13th? My man was out there hustling.
Told you Damian Lewis.
He's got good hustle.
Majority of the game.
Yeah, Lewis was out for a while.
Yeah.
He missed a good chunk. Then he came back. Yeah. How about Yosh Injaman? Holy. Right tackle.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have done. I can't complain on what they've done with the O-line. They've done for what we have to deal with. They've done pretty damn good with the O-line.
Yeah.
Jimmy Horn with the 2 touches, 5th on the team.
Who?
And, Jimmy Horn. Barely even got the ball, but he had a very good game just behind Tataroa.
It's so frustrating.
Hey, Kurin. How you say that?
Oh, yeah. Corhan.
Yeah, got to come in guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Played a pretty decent little night. He was ninth.
Yeah. He
Y'all said Icky was cooking. My man's is struggling. Boy, 52.8.
He was handling Parsons.
He was handling Parsons pretty damn well.
He's handling the best guy in the league.
Was Parsons out there on the left the whole time? I saw him going up the middle most of the time.
No, they were talking about any time he lined up on Icky's side.
Yeah.
Icky shut him down.
Iggy shut him down.
I like to see it a little bit.
Yeah, there's
I'll
that.
definitely like to see the numbers on that.
No. Well, we know he had 0 pressures.
Yeah,
We
but I
know
think that was just
We
we
know that.
ran the ball and then we were just playing quick game, which was like when you listen to anybody talk about the game plan on how to beat him, it was just a quick game. And Bryce, we saw some numbers this week. He was top 3 and number 2 actually in the quick game, the less than 10 yards accuracy rate. He was number 2. Number 1 was Drake May, and then he was top 3 beyond 20 yards, which we have. I'm not going to get too much into this because we kind of talked about it in private, but Bryce was the 3rd highest accuracy rate, throwing the ball beyond 20 yards. And he's thrown the ball beyond 20 yards more than Drake May, more than when you talk about on a per game basis, more than Drake May, more than Herbert, more than Mahomes, more than Josh Allen. And the only player that threw the ball more out of those top tier guys was Jordan Love. Threw it more beyond 20 yards on a per game basis. And still Bryce was top 3 in accuracy rate beyond 20 yards. The premise that we are afraid to throw because the quarterback is incapable, all of this bullshit. When he's throwing the ball 20 yards, he's the 3rd most accurate quarterback in the NFL. And he throws it at a higher rate than the elites. For some reason,
because I haven't seen it on the football field. How many passes did he throw? How many passes did he throw on Sunday past 20 yards?
We ain't talking about Sunday when there's 25 not wins, and it was a high school game plan to prevent them
Didn't stop
from doing
Jordan
it.
Love from doing it.
And he almost threw 3 interceptions because of it.
I get it. I'm just saying he doesn't. Our offense
Jordan
is
Love
built to run the ball.
This was not a normal game plan, and you would be lying to yourself if you said this was a normal week-to-week game plan.
We played a game plan that put us in a position to win a game.
It was a high school game plan. Hey, there's rain outside. We will not throw the ball one time. That's a high school game plan. It's raining. We will not throw the ball once. We're going to run the ball in a goal line package for an entire 4 quarters. That's essentially the way that they walked into this game.
But I mean,
the wind was out of control.
That's the coaching aspect of it. But from a player's talent standpoint, again, you can call it what you will. I'll say it because
I mean, I get it, but I'm at the point now where
tells me that he's not capable of doing it.
Me personally, I'm at the point now to where I don't give 2 shits about those stats. Those numbers, they can say whatever they want. I do not care. What I see on the field.
Correct.
What I see physically when I watch football, it is not explosive. It is very dull. The opportunities that we do have, we don't hit on them, whether that's wide receivers not catching it, whatever it may be. When I'm watching the game, the passing offense is nowhere close to being explosive whatsoever. Correct. Yes, he can throw it down the ball and hit it in the area where the wide receiver needs to catch it.
At the 3rd highest accuracy rate, yes.
That's fine. That's fine.
Beyond 20 yards.
That is fine.
Having an accurate pass beyond 20 yards, my question is,
what else can the quarterback do?
Listen, what was the attempts? What was the minimum attempts required to qualify for that stat?
All I know is he had
and
this is why I brought up when the stat came up.
Because the stats don't always matter
when you throw it, when you're throwing it at a lower rate, and I'm not talking about he's thrown it 30 sometimes, but how many times is the size of the opportunities he has, like how low is that? Because when the percentages are lower in that degree, your stats are going to look better because you're not doing it at high.
I was talking about attempts. How many times did he attempt to throw beyond 20 yards?
Yes.
Yeah, but this
one more on a per game basis.
I don't want to go into
I don't want a per game basis. How many passes has he thrown that qualify for that stat? That's my question.
24.
Answer me this.
Drake May was 17. Drake May hold on. Drake May threw the ball 17 times.
I'm not talking about Drake May.
I'm talking about all of the quarterbacks.
We're talking about anybody else.
We're talking about in comparison to the league, because that's the standard. You guys keep saying that we don't do it, but you have to go across the league. How many times are the other quarterbacks doing it? To say that we do it so little and he's doing it more than them, That's a false statement. It's incorrect. He's doing it more.
How many pass attempts has he had 20 yards downfield?
I just told you, 24.
24. And how many games have we played?
That was before this week.
Okay.
This stat was all before this week.
I don't think they had one this week.
Maybe one.
Maybe one.
Yeah, maybe one.
But again, that was the whole game plan.
So what? That's 8 weeks?
So like 7 weeks because he missed week 8.
Yeah.
So through 7 weeks, he threw 24 passes beyond 20 yards.
That's 3.5
7 weeks. Yes,
Wow.
through 7 weeks, Drake May had only thrown 17. No, actually, that was 17 in 8 weeks. So even with an extra week, he's threw 7 less than Bryce beyond 20 yards.
And look at that team. Look at the caliber of players they have. So I'm not surprised that Drake May doesn't throw the ball downfield. That's not how.
But no, that's
like
what everybody says that's how they play because he's this MVP guy. He's throwing
but the big number that you're not talking about is that 10 to 19 yard range that he's like ass on.
Right. So this is where you start to talk football, Seth, and you can do this. You can definitely understand this concept. If you don't have a speed guy to pull the safeties into their deep half or deep thirds, the underneath stuff, middle of the field is hard because the safeties can just park. The safeties sit in that 10 to 15 yard range, and you can't get those. It's very muddied until you have guys that stretch the defense to get the safeties to respect speed, respect the vertical game. Then that middle of the field is damn near impossible to go to because it's got linebackers, it's got the safeties, it's got the nickel corners, it's got everything. The middle of the field is completely mudded if you aren't stretching the field with speed as in a threat. We're throwing the ball deep. We just don't have a speed guy to make them respect it. So you don't have the safety bailing in coverage, just turning, oh shit, I got to make sure this guy isn't getting past me, and leaving the middle of the field, opening up the middle of the field. So that it's based off of
already looked at these stats.
All of these stats are based off of personnel. Again, you judge a quarterback. Now that stat off the middle of the field, 100%. I gave my analysis on why I feel that's what it is, but the numbers are the numbers, right?
What was the stat for that?
Within 10 to 15. I can't remember the exact number, but he was in the red between the 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 yard range. The middle of the field mudded, which I think is particularly because we don't have safeties respecting our deep throw because nobody speed-wise, skill-wise in the skill positions are making you respect it so they can park. They can just sit at that 10 to 20 yard range and they don't ever have to bail into their zone. That's my theory on it. But when it comes to the deep pass, we are still throwing it, but we are the 5th lowest in explosive play rate. Why? So when you are the 3rd most accurate and you are throwing it at a rate higher than Patrick Mahomes beyond 20 yards with accuracy, how are you still so bad? It's the personnel. That's a personnel deficiency. That means the guys aren't catching the football. And we can count 5 or 6 events where our number 1 draft pick is dropping touchdowns beyond 20-yard passes. And that's our best receiver. So you think Bryson Tremaine's going to carry? You think these guys are coming in from practice squads are going to actually make these? So our attempts have been there. We don't look explosive because the guys aren't bringing the ball in. That is the concern. This offense is set up to be explosive. The guys have to play the game. So all you can do is judge. We're still, again, you can keep saying that. The numbers are saying that is fraudulent. We are still throwing the ball deep more than Patrick Mahomes.
How many rush attempts did we have last week?
Still there. You're talking about a game and 25 not wins.
How many rush attempts have we had in the last 6 weeks?
We have been one. You had a blowout against the Bills with Sam Darnold with a big what's his name with a fucking broken thumb. Andy Dalton with a broken thumb. So you're going back 2 weeks to even get into this number. We're not.
I think those are the games that should be that you should look at and really. This is the thing. He's been very mid this season. Bryce has.
Correct.
Not kidding.
On the stat book, yes.
On the stat book, he's been very mid. In games where you're getting blown out, the only time we have seen Bryce somewhat look competent in the pass game is against the Arizona Cardinals, where he had to travel back. He had to come back. But the 2 games you got blown out in, you have scored under 10 points.
Correct.
And like I said, I understand the degree, and we go back to these drop passes. Right now, the Panthers are mid based off what the league calls drop pass. We are middle of the pack right now with 9 drop passes as a team across the league. Jacksonville's sitting at number 1 with 21. I know you don't want to hear it.
No, I'm saying it's just not accurate.
Last year, guess where we were at? We were top 10 about this time of the year. And I think we had over 15 drop passes through the 9 weeks. We are now middle of the pack right now. So it ain't all the receivers. I know we keep going back. We get it that the talent is not compared to what other teams are. It is not, as far as receiver corps, this is not a talented receiving corps.
Am I over here beating the table that this system is elite?
No. But what I do think happens with you is you do find excuses to take the pressure off Bryce when we're in year 3. And we should 100% be seeing something more from Bryce in year 3. And
I'm not disagreeing. I'm disagreeing. I'm talking about.
Would you give him $50 million a year guaranteed today?
Absolutely not.
He wouldn't make it. No, he numbers alone.
But that's
numbers alone aren't going to
salary.
give him that. Numbers alone. No, it's not starting. That's Josh Allen's number. That's not starting. That's going to be CJ Stroud's threshold. Well, he got 55 potentially, and he got $5 million less than Dak Prescott. So whatever Dak Prescott's contract was, he got $5 million less than Dak.
That's the going rate for your contract extension on a second-year quarterback.
We're going to see
about having to give this person $50+ million a year in a contract.
He's going to get a second contract, and he's going to be a Carolina Panther. And if it's at a bargain, great. Keep getting talent around him.
I don't know if he gets a contract. I think they take the option.
That's where I was going. So James
I think they take the option. I don't think
he's going to re-sign with the Panthers.
I think they take
I don't know if we're going to be able to offer him a contract based off of the value of the position because I don't think he's the
He will serve a second contract in Carolina. I don't care if it's going to be at the end of this season or if it's the end of next season. I don't give a fuck about that. He will be a Carolina Panther for a second contract. When you evaluate a player, this is where you guys always get so ahead of yourself. This is why you guys look at Sam Darnold. Look at Sam Darnold right now.
We had Sam Darnold on our roster.
He's going crazy.
We had Baker on our roster.
Why? Why did they? Why did they suck in Carolina? Because the team is trash. No, the team was trash, John. The team was trash. We have got to acknowledge that our team just sucks. You can only grade the player at the things that they can control.
We're going back to the team. Sorry,
so I'm going to read 2 numbers for you, okay? Before James says what he's going to say, I'm going to read 2 numbers. Bryce Young has 149 completed passes this year. Okay, 149 completed passes, 244 attempts. Rico Dowell, who's been a starter for 3 weeks out of the season, has 131 carries. Like I said, it's not sustainable. If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, 100%. You have to be that guy. You don't see any team contending to win a Super Bowl that doesn't have the answer at the quarterback position. We're not there yet. The numbers don't lie. Here's another question.
I'm not saying that.
Do you know what Bryce Young's completion percentage is right now?
It's like 65, 70, something like that.
61.1.
Yeah, it was because of this game that crushed his numbers. But yes, he was in 65 range.
I think what was his game stats for this week?
He was like 12 for 22.
11 no, he only had 18 attempts.
Yeah, he only had.
He was 12 or 13 for 18.
It was 11.
So it wasn't this week that threw him and skewed his numbers. That's not accurate at all.
This was his most inaccurate game.
My point, what was Cam Newton's career completion percentage?
John, you're looking at it apparently, so just say it.
I don't know what Cam Newton's career completion percentage is, but I'm pretty sure it's around 62 to 63%. Bryce Young is completing the same number of percentage passes this year as Cam Newton did on average, and he's bringing absolutely nothing when it comes to the ability to excel a team. That's my. I like Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young is a good football player.
He's a game
player. I don't think he's
as of right now.
Cam Newton was a career completion percentage of 59%.
So they're all 2%.
right now where Bryce is at for the Carolina Panthers, he is, and I'm not saying this is him, but where he's currently at on this is in this scheme and where the team is at right now, he is currently the game manager of this
Okay,
team.
I've heard all that. When you grade a player, especially the quarterback position, what is important about the quarterback position? When they throw the football, it gets to the receiver in an accurate manner, right? Is that important? Is it important?
The most important part about a quarterback position is win-loss.
No, that's a team accomplishment.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Let's be real.
It's a team
Quarterbacks
accomplishment.
are judged off of how many games they win and how many.
In your eyes, potentially, sure. But to me, when I grade a quarterback, I look at what they can physically do to the game. I look at accuracy. If you're throwing the ball and you're putting the ball in position, that's you did your part. You put the ball on the receiver. That's your job. That's your job. And when you're doing it at a top 3 in 2 different categories, I'm happy with that. With the roster that we have.
You cannot say you're happy with
the roster that we have, and with the way that they are playing this, with the way that they're. That's fine. That's fine.
I mean, it's your opinion. My opinion is I can't be happy with.
I think that's why I wanted Waddle. These are the reasons I wanted to go grab another receiver, because you needed a guy who can win at the line of scrimmage, because Tet doesn't do it often. He can beat the zone he's a great receiver when it comes to beating the zone. He sits in the zone. He comes back to the football. He's good at hands catches. Just somehow, as soon as somebody puts a pinky on his elbow when he's going up to make a catch, he can't get one of the arms up. He's very weak through contact.
Okay, that's fine, but the same thing I said to you about it is like, why bring in a guy?
Has more receiving yards than every wide receiver on the roster.
Ted is not the problem. I'm just saying, like, that's the thing we have. I'm saying if we got another player, this looks completely different. There's got to be a reason why the coach is.
But if the quarterback can't facilitate it, then is it really going to look different?
What I'm saying is, why bring in a caliber? Why would you go trade for a caliber of that play if the scheme is showing you're not going to utilize a guy to that degree?
I think the scheme is used this way because of the fact that they know we don't have the skill set. They have to play to the strengths. We have a bunch of rookies. You said it last week.
Is that playing to the team strengths, or are they playing to Bryce's strengths?
To the team strengths, because clearly they were stretching the field last year with less talent. But they had Thielen. They had Thielen, who was getting open all the time. They played the pass significantly more last year, and he almost beat 3 top-tier playoff teams and almost beat 2 teams in the Super Bowl off of his arm.
Correct. And I think
so it's not that they're limiting Bryce, because they've shown that they trust Bryce. They've shown that Bryce can put them in the game. The defense is what lost us most of those games last year. Now our defense is respectable. It's okay. It's okay. But it took us to the second half of the season for us to be unleashed offensively. Let's just call it what it is. It didn't happen right away. It was the second half of the season, and then the offense completely took a turn. Let's just be realistic about it. But they showed that they trust Bryce to put the game in his hands and go and win football games. And he did it time and time again. And then the defense folded every time last year. We won 5 games with significantly less talent. And it was because of the arm of Bryce Young. He put us in those situations to win because we didn't have a defense to help us. And who was our best receiver when Thielen was down? Jalen Coker, who's doing nothing now. Like XL, who do we have? We had nothing. We had guys that did nothing but put the ball on the turf, and we won 5 games. We shouldn't have even been in the conversation.
But what you're saying is like we're playing to the strength of the team, so that's saying that our current roster is worse than our roster we had last year.
I think it's way younger. There's less veteran presence to help guide those younger guys. You have Renfro, who's a year out and now not even a part of the offense because he's a shell of himself. But Thielen, I think Thielen made that much of an impact on our offense that he could assist in the maturation process of these guys, the grooming process of these guys, helping them stay in the right positions, getting them like the timing of their routes, the timing of their releases, the timing of their drags, the timing of their pick routes. He helped with so much with his veteran presence and his leadership. We do not have that now. We have literally a room full of guys that, James, you said just a couple weeks ago, the youngest in the NFL. No other team can say they have a younger team. at the receiving core. Why not just say maybe, just maybe, that is probably a reason that we've decided to not throw the ball as much.
What I'm saying is we're just seeing there's certain things about when we talk about elite quarterbacks that I said
I'm
this.
not disagreeing that they are holding it
Seth,
back.
what did I say when we were on? There is a group of guys that when you have a conversation about, there's one name that will never come into that conversation, and it's Bryce Young. He was a number 1 overall pick. And when you talk elite quarterbacks, you do not throw him in that caliber currently.
I mean, I would never be able to sit here and put him in elite category.
That's what I'm saying. So we're going –
because, again, we're talking – when you say elite, you're talking guys like a Josh Allen who can quite literally physically carry a team. The Cam Newtons who can quite literally physically carry a team. Lamar Jackson – carry a team, not physically, but he can carry a team. Like he ain't trucking nobody like Allen and Cam. You're talking about Joe Burrow, but I mean, his own fucking receiver said Joe Burrow's a game manager. But
so here's my question for you: if you took every starting quarterback in the NFL right now, all 32, and you put them in an order, can you honestly say Bryce Young is a top 12 quarterback in the NFL? Top 12. Not top 10, top 12.
I think
is there 12 guys that you could list that you would take ahead of Bryce Young?
I think I could put him in top 12.
I'm just seeing young guys do more. I'm seeing Jackson Dart do more.
Yeah.
I'm seeing exactly.
They're slinging it, but look at what he has.
I'm seeing Bo
He doesn't
Nix
have
do
Malik
more.
Neighbors out there.
I'm just seeing these younger. I'm seeing the young guys. CJ Stroud slings it. I mean,
I just sent you a text last night. Flourney or whatever for Dallas made a catch that Tet hasn't made this year. He's our fourth receiver.
And like I told you, but guess what? Guess who might not see a snap next week?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That guy. You know what I mean? So you're going to have guys. I get what you're saying. Yes, NFL guys have to make NFL catches.
Where's Bryson Tremaine going to play in this league outside of Carolina Panthers?
Nowhere.
He's the number 3. He's the number 3 on our team right now. Where is he going to go? He is. Who is it? Who's our number 3 then?
Coker
because
is our number 3 right now.
It's Coker, and then it's Bryson Tremaine. Who's the number 2?
XL.
Oh, yeah. We always forget about XL because he sucks anyway. But
nobody forgot about XL. You forget about XL, but I'm saying
XL, yeah.
he is.
You've deleted XL from your memory.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's fine. It is what it is. Like I said, the whole reason he's first round capital, so he's not going anywhere for at least the next.
I picked my quarterback to question you because I'm just looking at all of the teams, not even the names of the quarterbacks. Would you rather have Bryce Young or Daniel Jones?
Or Daniel Jones? I'm taking Bryce Young.
I don't know.
Oh, you wouldn't have said that last year. Relax. People.
I sure would.
Relax.
From y'all an arm talent? From an arm talent?
I'm telling you, no. Y'all, no. I don't want to hear shit.
He's already made a Pro Bowl. As soon as he got to a
team that has talent, now everybody's on Daniel Jones's dick.
Nobody's on Daniel.
But what did I just say? He made a Pro Bowl. He took the Giants to the playoffs, and he won a playoff game with the Giants.
It's year 3 with the worst roster until this year in the league. Like, we had the historically bad defense last year.
We all understand.
People are talking about the Bengals and how bad their defense was. Like, this is a team sport. This is a team sport. People keep forgetting about that. You have to play complementary football. This is something that they talk about all the time. I hate hearing it, but it's so fucking true. When you have the 32nd ranked defense in every statistical category and you break a record for points allowed in a season and you still won 5 games. You still won 5 games. You didn't have Jamar Chase. You didn't have T. Higgins. You didn't have Chase Brown. You did not have Joe Burrow. And you still won 5 games. I don't know what the fuck else you need to see. When you don't have anything on your roster.
Winning 5 games, man.
I'm not saying that
I'm just win and make the playoffs.
No shit. I'm saying you gotta talk about the situation. You expect that guy to go out and win more with that?
About the situation for the last
how many games did the Bengals win last year?
They
have all
9.
of those They have all of those all-stars across their roster.
I'll pull that up.
Their entire all-star team, and they won 9 games. And they weren't even nearly as bad. We averaged almost like 6 points more allowed per game than the Cincinnati Bengals. And we only lost 4 more games than them. And we almost won. If it wasn't for the defense, we almost beat Kansas City. We almost beat the Eagles. We almost beat Tampa Bay. We would have been an 8-win team with the historically bad defense because Bryce Young took the lead in all 3 of those games. XL dropped the game winner.
All right. Next question. Has Bryce Young shown regression this year compared to where he finished out last year?
I don't think he's shown regression. I think they've stopped. They've changed the system.
That's the same system, same coach.
It's the same system.
Almost the same offense.
It's definitely not the
only
same.
difference
They're literally
is
going
the
bell cow
versus. Well, yes, but that's how they're going to win games. They understand that this team is only.
He's having a historically best statistical season. You just said he's regressing, but he's having statistically his best season of his career.
Statistically, he's on pace for a 61 completion percentage of 2,400 yards and 22 touchdowns and 11 picks. That ain't great.
Before last week, and before he missed 2 weeks ago, and before they played a very conservative only run, he was on pace. And at the end of week 7, having a historical season. He was at 65, 66. No, he's at like 68. I don't know.
11 out of 20, by the way. His completion percentage last week was 55. I've already.
Yeah, so 55. I mean,
that game didn't impact him in a significant
That's a pretty damn bad.
11 out of 20. It'd have been different if it was 11 out of 35. It was 11 out of 20.
Still a bad. That's 55%. It's pretty fucking horrible.
I'm not saying they ain't.
Yeah.
But it's not going to impact his overall season stats and make it drop 3% from 2 weeks ago. It's not going to happen.
We're nowhere close to being a playoff team, and it's coming down to personnel. It's always going to be about personnel until everyone realizes it's a team sport. It's a team sport.
It's a team sport.
It's a team sport. You've got to have talent. Every quarterback has better talent. Even Drake May.
All right.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is not a good receiver.
He's a good receiver.
Stephon Diggs is a 4-time All-Pro.
Stephon Diggs. That's what he has.
He was a 4-time All-Pro.
He's cooking right now. He's the leader of that. Leadership matters. We still, James.
If you actually look at how inconsistent.
I'm literally on your side, James, where you just said to the last episode, we are the only team with all rookies and first-year players. I'm on your side about that. Tell me.
No, I said the only, but I did say the only team that's close to the Carolina Panthers is the New England Patriots.
But they have Stephon Diggs,
they have one singular guy. All right, they have one singular guy, and Bryce Young is not touching Drake May right now. He is not touching Drake May.
Yeah, they're not in the same stratosphere.
They're not even in the same fucking conversation of what Drake May is doing.
Statistically, Drake May is the best quarterback in the league on the same metrics that I just talked to you about.
And he has one guy.
Metrics.
We have one guy.
Well, I'm talking about accuracy rate. Again, you grade off of their fucking accuracy.
One guy.
You still grade off of the accuracy, and his accuracy is he's the best in the league. I just validated your argument.
No, what I'm saying is
yes, he's not touching him.
You keep finding these padded stats.
How is that a padded stat? I just agreed with you that he's not touching Drake May. Drake May is the number one.
We're going to talk about Drake May real quick.
We will. Hold on. I'm going to talk about the exact same statistical metric. Drake May is the number 1 ranked quarterback throwing beyond 20 yards when it comes to accuracy. He is the number 1 quarterback within under 10 yards, and he's the number 3 quarterback from 10 to 20 yards. That is accuracy. Nobody's touching him. He is literally number 1 when it comes to accuracy.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm talking from a talent. I'm talking from a talent standpoint.
But still, he's still accurate. He's the most accurate quarterback in the league from what he is doing at his position, the things that he's capable of doing. Your job as a quarterback, hike the ball, throw the ball accurately. That's your job. Make the right read, throw the ball accurately. He is number 1 overall in the league. Yes. He is number 1 with the under 10 yards. He's number 1 beyond 10 yards. He's number 3 from 10 to 20. Bryce Young is number 3 at 0 to 10. He's number 3 he might be number 2 from 0 to 10. He's number 3 from 10 from 20 and beyond. And he's not even ranked in the top 3. I don't know where he's ranked between 10 and 20. My theory is I already said it, but I think it's personnel. But there's nobody to stretch defense.
But when coming into the season before any games were ever played, The two worst offenses as far as skill positions around a quarterback, consensusly, was Carolina and New England. And one of those teams are 7-2.
Right. And we're
one of those
5 and
teams have a
4.
quarterback with a 74% completion percentage. It is an MVP conversation.
Right. And he's throwing just about everything beyond inside that 15 yards.
If it works, it works.
And they have a great defense still. It's still complimentary football. I'm not taking from what Drake May is doing. I just said it. Nobody in the league is touching him when it comes to his accuracy. He's the most accurate quarterback in the league. So, of course, he's going to excel. He's the most accurate passer in the NFL right now. So,
Josh Allen. That's who Drake May reminds me of.
I wasn't comparing.
But better passer, because Josh Allen is not even as good of a passer as Drake May. I'm sorry.
No, I was debating from like their competitive build, their body stature, the play style is very similar. They're both not afraid to take a shot anywhere on a football field. They're both willing to tuck a ball and run you over. That's their similar skill sets. I've looked at Drake May from his time in Carolina, and that's who I comped him to coming out as a rookie. I thought he was.
But see, I'm not even comparing Bryce to Drake. I'm just talking about from a talent standpoint. When we talk about they have Stephon Diggs and we have Ted McMillan, but Ted McMillan is currently higher than Stephon Diggs when it comes to receiving numbers. So we currently have the better wide receiver. When we talk about numbers, we currently have the better wide receiver.
But numbers-wise, Drake May is blowing everyone out of the water on accuracy.
I'm not talking about the quarterback. I'm talking about you were talking about talent.
You're talking about skill positions.
You were talking about skill positions on the problem. When we currently have, when it comes to those two guys, we have the better wide receiver out of the two. We're still. I'm not talking about Stephon Diggs his entire career. I'm talking about this year where they stand
today.
With Kayshon
where
Boutte,
they stand today.
He's got 4 touchdowns. He's got like 300-something yards.
431 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns. So he's got 400-something receiving yards. They got Stephon Diggs at a complimentary 400-something receiving yards. They've got a tight end that's cooking. They've got guys. They don't
have guys.
And Drake May is doing a great job. Not taking from Drake May. They have guys.
Okay, so what I'm saying is like we're not in the worst position when it comes to talent. We're not in the worst position.
I think outside of our number one, absolutely. Outside of our number one, it's not even close.
There's a reason why they're not putting the game in Bryce's hand. And I'm talking about in games when we're getting blown out. Still, the offensive side of the ball, we cannot score points if we are not running the football. And all I'm saying is, I'm not saying I agree with you. I do think Bryce is going to have it ain't recency bias. It's
last year he literally was carrying the team offensively.
But
it's just because they've done something different.
So we've said the same thing. It's consistency.
Incapable.
It's consistency, and that was the number one thing. And I said the best game I have still seen Bryce play today is Atlanta game last year. By far the best game I've seen Bryce play.
Oh, no. Atlanta, yeah. But he did the same thing against the Cardinals this year, and then just didn't.
But even the numbers don't look that well. I mean, let's be honest. He still turned the ball over 2 times early in that game.
Yeah,
that puts behind, which we had
two stunts on the first couple plays.
He turned the ball over twice.
The
still had to put us in a situation where we had to do what we had to do down the stretch. Right. What I'm saying is
those sacks weren't on Bryce. Those sacks were on the O-line.
The most consistent put together game I've seen him play as a quarterback was last year against Atlanta. He does not do that part consistently on this offense. And we have already said it's the same, if not worse, than what we had last year. Do
you feel this is a finished product team?
No, I do not.
They came out and said that today.
Yeah.
They literally said that this team values draft picks because they're still building.
Yeah,
so that's why we don't make a trade.
Do we have like good depth? Do we have good quality depth?
No.
Do we have a good?
We're still what I'm saying is we're still in year 3, and it's not consistent football when he is playing.
No one is disagreeing with that. When you talk about, I'm not even disagreeing that it's not consistent football. I just told you, obviously, every fucking person wearing a Carolina blue as a fan wants to see more. But I'm providing context. Because I will always provide context. I did it for Sam Darnold. I did it for fucking Daniel Jones. I will always do it. for everybody. I didn't do it for Baker because I fucking hated him, and I was wrong about him. He's playing in a great system, playing with a bunch of great receivers, still context, but
he also looked good in Cleveland for a year too. So I mean, it's not like he hasn't played this well. Yeah, it's not like he hasn't played this well
top 5 defense,
before.
top 5 running offense. There's still players there, but still context. He wasn't on a scrub team, but I will always provide context. Context is the most important thing. It's a team sport. You have to have everything. This is no quarterback, not one quarterback outside of Cam, and even Cam had a top 5 defense, can win in this league without complementary football, weapons somewhere on the offense, either with the running back or with a tight end or receiver. But you can't do it with one weapon and one running back with a shit defense. You can't do it with nobody on offense and a good defense. Like, the defense will at least keep you in games and make you have with nobody in offense. That's why they say defense wins championships. So you have a better chance of winning football games with a shit quarterback, a shit receiving core, and a shit running back room with a top 5 defense in this league, because the defense will carry you to a fucking win. But when you don't have defense,
that's what we're seeing this year.
Absolutely have very little opportunity to win a game. And we're not a top 5 defense. Not even close.
Seth's been quiet. Seth, what's your thoughts on this situation? Like,
I'm tired of talking about Bryce. I'm tired of talking about, and to be honest, Dean, I don't really care for anything to support Bryce right now. I mean, we're winning. We're a 5-4 team. That's what, to me, that's what, and here's the thing, like Buffalo game, if Bryce is in that Buffalo game, that game's a little different than what it is. 100%. Dalton completely shit the bed on that. He had a thumb injury, may have broken his thumb, didn't tell nobody, and sat on it, and continued to put us in bad positions through that whole game. If Bryce is playing that game we may not win. We still probably don't win the way that Buffalo was playing, but that game is closer with Bryce on the field. 100%. So I understand.
I do got one question.
Hold on, no,
but it's based off of what he's saying. He's talking about the Bills game specifically. Do you think Bryce Young throws the ball 37 times versus the Bills?
No, I don't think he should throw the ball 37.
Andy Dalton threw the ball 37 times.
He wouldn't have had to.
And see, this is the thing with Dalton. The game is completely off balance with Dalton out there. Right. For one, and here's the thing, like, was it 99 the fan, saying that with Dalton and Bryce, it wasn't going to be no different? No, it was definitely going to be different, because Andy Dalton he has no mobility at all. He has no mobility. He can't get out of the pocket. He can't throw on the run. He's horrible. He needs to go. Like, I was on that, in the preseason. Like, I'm tired of Dalton being here and being our number 2, because when he comes on the field, it's a liability at that position.
And Hendon Hooker just got released from the practice squad today.
See, I don't understand that. They didn't even want to even give him a shot. I mean, Dalton was horrible, was just straight garbage in that Bills game, and they wouldn't even give Hendon Hooker an opportunity. Right. At that point, I mean, how many times have we seen Bryce get pulled at the end of games and bring in Dalton? It happened last year. It's happened this year a couple times. Like and so you're willing to go Dalton the whole time during the Bills game, and you're not going to mix in another quarterback at all. And I don't care that he ain't been there, but he's only been here since right out of preseason, right? But he's been on your practice squad. He ought to know something to go out there and run some basic stuff, because what you're running with Dalton sucked. So, I mean, here's the whole thing with Bryce. Like, I'm tired of having the argument about, Bryce is, the greatest, Bryce is the best, Bryce is, top whatever in the league. No, look, Bryce is our quarterback, and that's the deal with me. He's the best option we have on our roster to be quarterback. And the same thing, our wide receivers that we're putting out there, they're our best options. Unfortunately, they're the best options we have to put out there.
The whole point of me talking about that was my whole argument is why you go and get a player. But yes, they are the best thing.
The whole argument,
we're
talking about this stuff over and over and over again, and we're not even talking about our 5-4 team that just beat one of the best teams in the NFL.
A very high school game plan, but yes, I agree. I mean,
Well, why was it a high school game? We hadn't even talked about it. It's because of the freaking weather.
right.
I mean, we want to look. Jordan Love had to deal with that weather the same. He was nowhere near as good as what we've seen him be all season long. He was the Packers were out there dealing with the weather. The commentators even brought it up. Olsen a couple times said, "I don't know why they keep running the ball here." So Green Bay's out there dealing with that weather too. We just the weather played into our hands. It forced the game on the ground. It limited the amount of opportunities you were going to have down the field. Love still tried to take them.
Should have had 3
the ball
interceptions.
down there. He couldn't get the ball down there. So, like, those are the things that I'd rather spend our time talking about, is because, like, we can keep rehashing the whole Bryce thing, but it is what it is at this point. Like, it's not going to change, and really public perception is not going to change until we see it on the field, until we see these 10 to 19 yards being completed and then some runs after catches, because that's why we have not been explosive, is because we're not getting those catches in that window and we're not getting runs after catches.
No.
Now, I saw this week that we're supposed to be they're supposed to be targeting
Featuring
Coker
more.
is featuring, that was the word they used,
That's the
featuring
word.
Coker more, which is something we've said from the beginning, that Bryce can cook with Coker, and he's definitely hands wise more reliable than anyone else that we've seen, including T-Mac, who's been horrible.
Absolutely horrible.
He's had several drops that have turned into interceptions that wasn't counted as drops.
His best catch was a one-handed catch that didn't count because he was 2 yards out of bounds.
No, and I mean, I mentioned it, Dean. I was like, I think if you're going to write the passing offense, it's this week. You have to try to correct it, or not correct it, just get it going, because the stretch you have coming.
We all want to see it. We all want to see it. I want to see it.
Absolutely.
I know we're capable of doing
this is blending in both things where he says, like, Seth, and this is where I'm at. I don't give a shit about the numbers anymore. You can give me all the numbers of how accurate he is downfield, whatever. The visual test hasn't been there, and we all want to see it, because
but that's why I'm disagreeing.
It ain't just about Bryce, though. It's about this
exactly.
whole team.
And this is what I'm saying.
I know.
This is what I'm saying.
The guys dropping those overtime.
Okay, I don't care about those anymore. This is what I'm saying. We are currently 5-4. This team does not, as you like to say, Dean, this team does not suck. You are currently 5-4 through 9 weeks in the NFL. This team has showed grit. This team has showed fight as a team unit. They have shown that they can win football whenever it's down to the nitty-gritty. In Lambeau was showing you that. What I'm saying is, I don't know where this team – obviously, the end goal for any NFL team is not to lose, unless you're New York Giants. You want to win, because now currently you're only one game out of the South. What I'm saying is, the schedule you have remaining, you are looking at 5 playoff teams. 5 teams that I expect you're going to see at the end of the year.
Very similar to last year's stretch. Very similar.
Yes.
Very similar. We saw Tampa Bay twice. They were playoffs. We saw Kansas City. We saw Denver. And we saw the Eagles.
So we're ready. This is really going to show. And like I said, this is what we have. This is what the Carolina Panthers have. I know you want to make a move, but you know what? They obviously feel good about what's currently on this roster, and they feel like they can get it done with this roster. So
this is more of a concern about our coaching with the decision making. I've been on this train all year.
It's off because you can't.
I'm talking about the things that you guys are concerned with, the things that you guys want to see, the things that you guys keep repeating. Oh, we need to see him take over these games. Yes, I 100% agree. We have seen it. He's capable of doing it.
But I'm going to pause because I know what you're about to. Okay, I'm about to pause what you're saying. In the last 4 weeks, give me a bad personnel decision that this coaching staff has made.
I still think they need to put Mitchell Evans as the primary guy. They just now decided this week to make Rico Dowdle the number 1. That balances your offense. We're finally getting there in week 9, week 10.
But we're only 2 weeks removed from Chuba even coming back from injury. And before that, neither one of them were doing much.
There was only one game Rico didn't start.
For me personally, 2, because they're in a timeshare in Buffalo as well. So it was Jets and Buffalo. They were in a timeshare. But so for me, when you see a guy come out there and break a franchise record, he didn't just beat a franchise record. He almost beat it twice in a row.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
But they righted that.
They righted it 3 weeks later, James. That's my
But you only lost one game.
3 weeks later.
You only lost one
I'm
game
not talking about the wins. I'm talking about decisions.
We're talking about
decisions.
Okay.
As a coach, when the motherfucker comes out here and is 15 yards from breaking the record, and then the following week breaks the record with guys like Christian McCaffrey, D'Angelo Williams, Jonathan Stewart, Davis, all these guys, we are historically a run-first offense. We've always been keep pounding. That's the mantra. We've always been running back heavy. And this guy in 2 weeks gets into the top 5 and then breaks the franchise record. Why does it take you 3 more weeks to decide that he's your starter? Why? I understand we got Chuba, blah, 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 blah. I get it. Cool. You don't want to hurt his feelings. You want to keep this. You got to go earn it. He earned it when he went and broke the franchise record.
But you also played 2 of the worst run defenses in the league in those back-to-back weeks. That's part of it too.
The Jets, well, I know, but I get that. I do get that. But you know what? Buffalo was 32nd when we played them. And we did not and when we had Chuba.
Yeah, but that was a different game because we had Dalton out there. So it changed the whole balance of that.
Yeah, having Dalton out there changes a lot.
But you know that if we are handing that ball off, we just saw it against the Green Bay Packers who had a top 5 run defense. If Rico Dowdle was starting, we stay in that football game, even early with the way, because we would have been running all over their ass.
I don't think
but we're
so.
still talking about a 2. We're still talking about a 2-1 stretch. This is what I'm saying. You went 2-1 in that stretch, whatever it may be. What I'm saying is that you saying personnel decisions, but I haven't seen a bad personnel decision made.
They are just now going into week 10 about to fix finally get everything right.
I wouldn't even say, this is just me personally, I don't even think it was a bad personnel decision to give them split carries. The only thing I would have switched is like who was the 1 and who was the 2. I would have started with Rico Dowdle.
But see, I don't even think that matters as much as who gets the majority of the load.
Correct. Correct. They saw it took 2 weeks. That may be. I mean, they were trying. We did just pay Rico Dowdle some money. I mean, you have to at least get him out there and say, hey, all right, you went down 2 weeks. This man just came in and pretty much said, hey, this is my job. We're going to give you the opportunity to take that back. And he didn't do it.
The money, yeah.
So I think from a personnel standpoint, they did the correct thing. It's saying, hey, you don't lose in the NFL, you hear it, not just with the Carolina Panthers, you don't lose your job off an injury.
Oh, it happens every time. It happens almost every single time.
It will happen.
But not in Carolina. They did it. They didn't. No, I'm saying everywhere else, that running back just earned that starting job because he came and broke a franchise record in a historically run first offense
against bad defense.
I know, and I was.
Do you think Vidal?
I'm telling you, that's why it has to be.
The Chargers?
All I'm saying is I'm not bashing the coaching staff because I think what they've done has been in the right direction. It hasn't been to how quick do we want it? No, it hasn't. But I do think week in and week out, you're starting to see them put the better guys on the field.
Another one is Mitchell Evans should be.
But then that still comes down to
number 1.
Okay, but that still comes down to it still comes down to depth because right now we don't know. Like me, I'm putting Sanders and Mitchell kind of on the same line right now. I think they're both about the same type of player from what we've seen.
Mitchell is Mitchell's
better run blocker.
Mitchell has shown more than any other tight end so far this year.
Correct.
By a good stretch.
Yeah, JT has shot himself in the hands multiple times.
Absolutely.
And Tommy Tremble was injured, and then Tommy Tremble is definitely the lesser of the 3, but it just hadn't been. Yeah, it just hadn't been. When we've seen majority of the targets to tight end, it's probably been JT and Mitchell Evans outside of Tremble. So I don't know. I think there's room to grow. And here's the thing with it, and this is with it's not only with our positions, the guys that we have on the field, but it's this coaching staff. I said this a few weeks ago. They are having to learn stuff, and this is what I said about Canales too. like at some point when so much goes wrong like it did last year, it's he's a first time coach. Like he had 1 year as a coordinator. Like he's still learning this stuff. He's tried stuff that didn't work. Maybe it was because of the personnel. Maybe it's just something that's not going to work. And he's still trying to figure out, okay, is this stuff just not going to work, or is it the personnel that I have trying to do it? So he's still trying to figure out. And again, the youngest receiver core in the league. So you're going to have mistakes that are being made. There's no veteran presence out there on game day right now, especially. So, and again, they were behind the 8 ball when they traded Thielen away. So, and then they lost Coker. So there goes all of everything that they worked on all off season with the formations and how everybody was going to move went away. It took them several weeks to be able to recover and say, who do we have that we can put in here? Bryson Tremaine all of a sudden comes out. Like
career practice squad player.
I know, but because trade and injury.
Right.
And then then XL has his mental lapses or whatever it was, and then injury. So,
right. so for me, all of this is,
and let's be honest,
exactly supporting my point.
XL has looked better since he's come off injuries.
Better.
If you look,
yes.
Okay, I mean, but the opportunities.
It looks easier. It's easier to look better when you were as bad as what he was.
Okay, but what I'm saying is the opportunities aren't there. None of these guys' opportunities. The only person that's getting bulk opportunity is Ted McMillan.
Because he's that much better than everybody else. He's
but these other guys have also shown that they can throw to him.
You have to give them the attempt.
Correct. You have to give them the attempt. Therefore, you do not know. And then we're going to keep being on your decision. Oh, personnel, we suck. We don't know because these guys aren't getting the opportunities.
And they're not getting open.
Well, and here's the thing: they have been given opportunities, but the drop balls have been in critical times too.
Right.
When we're not able to sustain drives and all that, and we're dropping balls on third down or turning them over through our hands, things like that is what's hurt us as much as anything. It's bad timing for these.
But we have some of these guys. You're right. But we have seen some of these guys come up with some big catches this year. Yeah. So we've seen, it goes back to what Seth said, mistakes are going to be made. You are young.
What rank are we in our division right now?
Second
in the division. How many games out from first are we?
1.5.
1.5 games because they had a bye week last week. Why, if you know that we are deficient in this area, would you not want to improve it?
Because it's too far away.
Game out.
It's too far away.
They said very clearly they value the draft picks because we're still building.
I know. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I'm not.
Why not use the 7 picks as your NFL draft?
Look, you yourself talk about how the Bucks are pretenders. So if we're that close, we're a game and a half off of a pretender, somebody that's not even going to be there to challenge at the end. Why would we want to make a push right now? Why would we want to give away draft capital when obviously we're building to a younger team? We got the youngest wide receiver core in the league. We got to have the youngest wide receiver, the tight ends. We got two. I mean, a rookie and then a 1-year player at tight end right now. So. Offensive line, we've tried to bolster, but because of injury, we can't keep going. I mean, what's the point? The defense is not top notch. So, we improved and we signed free agents and stuff, we made some draft picks. So why not keep building on that through the draft?
Okay, but these are my transactions that I hoped and wished we would have done. Jordan Brooks for the Miami Dolphins, inside linebacker. Ooh. Do you call that a bad pickup? We could have gotten him for a 3rd-round pick. Instant plug and play, instant stud on our interior defensive middle linebackers.
I do like Brooks, though.
Jordan Brooks is a fucking savage.
That dude is a monster.
Minka Fitzpatrick was on the block. 29-year-old, five-time Pro Bowler. Three-time, 29 years old, 3-time Pro Bowler for free safety. So I think that's a pretty damn big need.
Would have been his third team in a year.
But he's still very good. Very good. He's still a Pro Bowler, right? He's playing at a very good rate. And right now, that's a 5th, 6th-round pick you could have landed a guy that way. And he would have instantly gone in. You take Brooks and you take Fitzpatrick. You've just completely bolstered the two weakest spots of your defense. Your defense is much improved already. You've now used a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick and completely flipped your defense to make it even better. Your secondary is stud. Then
But
you
then
go
your offense stays the same.
but then I'm saying, why not use? Because
Just
I
give away it all.
understand. No, I
Yeah.
understand.
He said, "Fuck your picks." Full Ram style,
listen,
baby.
We are one game out. We need star talent. That's what we're lacking. We have no
Yeah,
star
but
talent.
we're one game out of the division.
Right,
Yes,
but
right.
we're only
We
this
are
far
not-
from the top.
we are
just beat the
not-
number 1 ranked NFC team in the league.
In a
They
bad
were the
game.
number 1 ranked. It
in
was a bad game.
and they lost probably their biggest piece
Best
of
player
their
on
offense
offense. Yes.
during that game.
Towards
Still
And like
beat
you
them,
said,
right? That's
I
what
agree
we're
with what you
talking
said.
about. We want to
It's-
do it, right? We want to talk about how we just beat the number 1 ranked NFC team.
I know
We did
but-
that with what we've got and not the star talent. If you add that talent, you're on both sides of the ball.
It's
Use
not
this
long
as your
term.
draft.
It's not a typical
It's
football
long
game.
term.
Yeah, it's
That's what
long
it goes
term.
down to. It's the
How
long
would that?
term.
How wouldn't it be? Brooks is already locked in.
Because I'll
Listen,
tell you
this
right
is my
now,
logic. This is my logic.
I'm willing to bet right now. I'm willing to bet right now that come January, the Packers will be in the playoffs and we will not.
Yeah, because we didn't do anything at the trade deadline to add
It doesn't
talent.
matter. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
We don't need to. We
Yeah,
don't need to.
I don't
Look, we
think
already
we-
matched the win total from last
Correct.
year, which is
I don't think,
big to
I
me.
don't think us getting 3
It's
players.
big. I agree
I
with
don't
you.
think 3 players pushes us into the playoffs. Is what I'm
Correct.
saying.
I think that
Even
it's
if
significantly
if you traded for those 3 players from Miami, if you gave Miami a 1st, a 3rd, and a 5th, and you got Waddle, Brooks, and Fitzpatrick, that's not putting this team in the playoffs.
No, it's not. It's not
Because
winning.
those-
I think it does put us in the playoffs. We're already
Waddle-
on the cusp of making the
And
playoffs
I mean
without
this
them.
nicely. Waddle doesn't fit.
We're already right there without them.
But
Like, what do you even
Waddle doesn't fit this offense for what we do.
No,
This team
we
will
don't
be
utilize the guys.
successful.
We don't utilize
Exactly.
what we have
This
now.
team will
right
be
now.
successful based
I
off
don't
of our
disagree
running.
that it gets us in the playoffs because where we're at right now. But here's the problem: getting us in the playoff also takes our pick that much further down. Well, let's keep these picks and let's stay low. Look, we're not in a position unless we're going to be competing for NFC championships year after year. I'm not interested in doing it.
No,
I would rather
I'd
keep
take
building this team.
I'd take my rookie picks and I will see what happens.
Based on this draft that we just had, where most of these guys
Best
that
draft
were
we've had in a long
drafted
time.
are contributing right now, and we can talk about the level of the contribution right now, but they're all out there contributing. If we can do that again for another 2 seasons, we're going to be setting great, and we will be able to perennially
make that 7
compete
wins.
for the NFC Championship.
And that's
what I would
2029 is our year.
But that's when. But that the situation you're talking about, Seth, is when those moves are made. Is when
Yes.
you go and make those moves on the big splash because you are that 1 or 2 piece away. We're not that 2 pieces away of making a run, but if we continue doing what we're doing, we will eventually be in the Philadelphia situation. Look how many trades they've made before the trade deadline. They're just going to get complementary pieces to plug in because they're looking at a run in the playoffs. So we're not there yet. Where did they start at? The Philadelphia Eagles started in the draft. They started,
And you know what they did? They were dog shit on offense. Their number 1 receiver was Jalen Reagor. Very similar situation. That
And
Jalen
during the
Hurts.
draft,
They had Jalen Reagor and Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts was being viewed as a complete bust, and they were saying he was complete dog shit because he couldn't get the stats that everybody wanted to see. Right? They traded during the draft a 16th pick for AJ Brown. And
first they drafted Devontae Smith.
They drafted Devontae Smith first.
Devontae Smith was there a full year before AJ Brown.
Exactly. They drafted the wide receiver. They drafted defense. Right, they built through the draft. The next year in the draft, what did they do? They
used their 1st round pick for a stud receiver. Which is exactly what we could have done right now. The same concept. 2 months.
Brown is at a much higher level than Waddle.
Yeah,
let's be real.
As a player, no.
I think so.
100%.
He's just a physical guy. We're talking about receiver wise.
Big gap, buddy. That is a big gap.
I don't agree with that. Not as a
Waddle
receiver.
wasn't number 1 on
He's
his
just a better DK Metcalf.
But Waddle wasn't number 1 with Tyreek there. So
Tyreek is a Hall of Fame receiver.
AJ Brown is
a Hall of Fame receiver, one of the greatest receivers we've seen, other than the freaking abuse and the scandalous behavior.
On field.
And then I'm going to retire tomorrow, and you don't know when the dude's going to retire. But other than that, when that dude's playing, he's been historically great. Damn near uncoverable.
I'm not disagreeing that I would have loved to get on here tonight, and we talked about, oh, shit, we went and did this, and we went and did that. But again, it doesn't get us over the hump because even like you – in your mind, like our personnel is completely trash. One good guy doesn't change the trash.
Here's if we were sitting here with 2 more wins right now, then okay.
Yeah,
then you can say
team, then you can say let's buy more pieces.
Right.
Let's go all in. Like for example, the Colts.
Yep.
That team went all in today. They showed their hand. Yep. They went all in. They gave up 2 first-round picks plus to go get who they think is going to be a difference maker for that team. That's going all in. We're not there.
Yeah, you give us 2 wins, I'd be willing to deal something right now.
I just love how we're not there. We don't have the talent, but then it's instantly an attack on he's just not the guy. And it's from John. It's from John, not from you, Seth, not from Jay. It's from John.
I've already stood on my business when it comes to Bryce Young. Just like James said earlier. I asked the same question. Are you willing to give Bryce Young $50 million guaranteed every year? Yes or no? If the answer to your question is no, then he ain't the fucking answer for
what's the market? Then why are we going to what the market is? What is CJ Stroud? That's what I'm going to worry. I'm going to ask what CJ Stroud gets paid, and
I mean we'll find out.
When it comes to
they're both up for an extension at the same time,
right?
So we'll find
See,
out.
I don't even care about any of that right now. All I know is that this team is going to progress, and everybody is going to have to get better as we go. Mm-hmm. And at some point, some guys are going to fall along the way. But whoever's here right now are the guys that I'm interested in being successful and more successful.
But now we're forced to
than what
because
they've
the trade deadline's over. So
well,
now we're forced the rest of the season to just deal with it.
No, I'm good. Hey, there was 3 weeks ago. I was like, I don't know if we're winning 5 games, and then we had 2 still against the Saints. And now I'm looking like, well, we're going to definitely win 7. We better win 7. If we win 3 and we get to 8, it's a good season to me. I'm happy with it.
Because you're seeing progression, right? That's what we all want to see. We can't win 3 games. We can't win 5 games. We can't win 7 games next year. That's the same thing. Let's say we win 8 games this year. Where's our threshold for 2026?
Right now, have a successful draft class because now we're depending on the draft.
But not even because the expectations are still higher because of what we did this year. If we win 8 games, we go 8-9. Your expectations next year is to win more.
Okay, but I think
if you're an 8 or 9 win team, depending on the draft.
No, if you're 8 or 9 win teams, you see more movement in free agency. You start to see these guys going.
You can't just make that an automatic. Like, well, listen, we had a great offseason this year. It doesn't guarantee we're going to have a a season next
5
year.
And 12 teams.
Yes,
and it doesn't mean we're not. It doesn't.
We've had 2 back-to-back good free agent seasons.
Yeah,
I mean, we rebuilt our offensive line. We rebuilt our defensive line this year.
Yeah.
I mean, and
I agree with that.
Aside from injury,
improve our secondary this year.
Yeah, and it's not like we went and got a bunch of old guys. I mean, these guys are guys that are going to be here 3 or 4 years. We went and got guys that can be a core of something getting built because I think when you get Dave and Dan together, their purpose was say, hey, we got to come in. We have to start from somewhere. And I think that's where you're seeing, the leash, back off a little bit from Tepper. It's like, hey, but we have to have a starting point. I mean, they came in and they just said, all right, we're hitting the reset button for real. And we're going to try to do something. And back on not getting on Bryce, I do agree with both you and Seth. Like, Bryce is going to be here for a second tender. I just don't know what that's going to look like.
And I don't even care about the money. Like, as long as there's progression happening, I'm going to be okay with it. Look, we do not have to have a top 5 quarterback.
No,
you don't have to have him.
You don't need it.
If he can get into, again, like I've said before, if he can get into 15 to 12 range, I'd be perfectly fine with that because we've had a whole lot worse. Yeah, so I'd be perfectly fine 15 to 12 range.
And if you have a guy that good, you're going to be winning.
Mm-hmm.
You may not be 12-5, but you're going to be a winning team.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what you put around him too.
There's a lot to do with the consistency of his play in that position. He's been
also
very inconsistent for 3 years.
but the consistency is
But
the
he-
accuracy. That's what I'm saying.
The
That's why I keep
inconsistency
bringing
has
up
not
that
only
Michael-
been him; it's been
No,
everything.
no,
up
100%.
But
across the board.
inconsistencies
His
in
inconsistency is
decision making.
consistently top 3 in 2 of those 3 categories.
Yes, and accuracy of a ball. But
Right.
that doesn't
That's
mean
literally his
decision
job.
making. That doesn't mean,
That's
he's
literally his
holding on to
job.
the ball and he gets sacked and he fumbles.
But yeah, okay.
That's not even
that's
look,
not-
it's like we're going
not
back
even
down the
over the
rabbit.
ball
I think
like
when
that.
it comes down to it, this is the thing. When it comes down to it, there's fans on both sides of the spectrum. There's the fans that are going to say, "Hey, I'm going to give you these numbers, and you're going to look at this." But then there's going to be the ones that say, "Hey, you know what? Visually, it ain't it right now," and that's okay.
I just had a Green Bay Packers fan say, "Hey, that game on the stat sheet looked like shit, but Bryce had a phenomenal game against the Packers." And
because he
stat
didn't
sheet
make a
looked fucking
mistake.
horrible.
He didn't make a
He
mistake.
didn't make a
Right,
mistake.
but the only mistake was the wind. Seth made a great point. Was that
Dave
interception.
Canales
That was
made
the
that
worst.
point.
That was the worst freaking pass I've ever seen him throw. And
Yeah,
I
that
was just like,
that was weird.
I was
Well,
sitting on the
look-
couch drinking a beer, like, what the fuck was that? I've never seen him throw a pass like that. And I was seriously completely stumped. I thought that ball was going to the back pylon, and it came to the almost hit. It was almost in the middle of the end zone. I was like,
middle of the end zone.
there is no way he just threw a pass like that because he doesn't throw like that. He's never that inaccurate.
But
Never.
look,
I've never
like
seen
I
him.
told y'all, that Mike Jack interception drop is
Yeah.
the
Same
same corner, is the same
Mhm.
corner of
same
the
spot
field.
in the
Right.
end zone too.
Right.
And I swear to God that wind caught the ball, and that's why Mike Jack didn't catch it, because he was expecting it to stick, and it didn't
Yeah.
stick. It just fell. He didn't get the catch because it didn't stick, and he
Yeah,
was
after-
expecting to stick. And I think
Yeah.
the wind was a big issue down there.
Yeah. After the game, that question was asked of what happened with the interception in the end zone, Bryce Young, and Dave said, he said we have to go back and look at it, but the wind had something to do with that down there.
Look,
So,
I gotta say this too, because a lot of people, man, the first thing, like, people were off on Green Bay, like they're like, Green Bay lost to the Panthers, like,
Mhm.
you know, they are not what we thought they were. Like they go out there complete. People are not paying attention to what the weather was on that field that day. They're not paying
Right.
attention to it. Love throwing those deep balls, and they couldn't even get it down there. And he was throwing with the wind, but y'all know how wind is when it comes through those stadiums.
Yeah.
I mean, there's crosswinds,
Oh, yeah.
the wind swirls, like there's all kinds of things that happen to affect that ball's trajectory. So people want to come out and be like, you know, the Packers are not who we thought they were. No, they probably are. It's just the weather was that bad.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, and-
again, on both teams, you cannot come at them and look at that game and expect regular numbers out of that game.
No. I mean, and it's still the Packers lost to the Panthers. The Panthers didn't beat the Packers. You know what I mean? It's a narrative that people still want to write about the Panthers. I mean, I told you.
Didn't we force 2 turnovers? We had an interception and a forced fumble.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, because it was
I
inside the
believe so.
10. It was inside the 10, and Roseboom got that forced fumble.
Yeah.
And 21.
Nick Scott.
I mean, because they
Scott.
averaged. I mean, the Packers still averaged 55 yards a drive.
By the
They
way,
still averaged 55 yards a drive. They got in the red zone 5 times. They were
moved
1
the
for
ball.
5 in the red zone.
I got to give my credit.
It was small plays that changed the outcome of that
Yeah.
game.
I got to give my credit to Nick Scott on that play. I mean, he blew that play up. I know I'm especially really hard on Nick Scott, but
Scorton.
man,
Oh, Scott.
Nick Scott.
Shit.
I'm very hard on Nick Scott. I mean, he came and he blew that lead blocker up on that screen pass, and drove the blocker into the receiver Williams. Right? Is that his last name? Williams?
I think so. I don't know. You talking about the rookie receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
83.
Oh, yeah,
Williams.
Savion Williams.
Savion
Yeah.
Williams, because he's the one who caught the screen,
Yeah,
and he drove that lead blocker back into him, and then that's when he's trying to get around him, and he's barely able to kind of get through, and that's when Roseboom just comes in, boom, and it all started because of Nick Scott, and then Nick Scott obviously picked up the fumble. So, got to give him his credit. I mean, he has had a shit year, but that particular play, that was all Nick Scott. And then I got to give my kudos on the interception that was dropped by Mike Jack. Should have been a pick 6, 105-yarder. Derek Brown on that play. Holy shit. I don't know if y'all watched it, but when he ripped through the Garden Center, right off the snap. And this is the type of stuff we need to see more consistently. You want to talk about consistency? That's the stuff we need to see more consistently.
Yeah, but the defense has been the most consistent thing for this team this year.
Right,
And
but
Derek
I'm talking about
Brown's
pass
been
rush.
playing out.
Yeah, he's been playing.
Derek
out.
Brown's been playing out.
He's been balling. I'm more so talking about his pass rush ability.
Yeah.
He's got it.
I'm not worried about our
that.
defense
Is what needs.
at all.
That's what needs to be shown. We need pass rush. We're still one of the worst pass rushing defenses in the league. That's what I'm
We're
talking
not
about.
getting sacks.
I'm not talking about our defense being a liability. They're better than they were last year. I'm saying as a pass rush, to take that next step, what we need to see at the end of the year, all of the things I'm talking about, everything I'm talking about, to see that stretch to the end of the year, to make those strides, there are things that we have to see more consistently, and that's DB being a pass rusher, Trayvon Wharton, Turk Wharton, being a better pass rusher. He had a sack this week. Great job. He bull rushed the guard, ripped through it, boom, sack. Derek Brown didn't get the sack on that play, but he was the reason that play happened because he ripped through the guard, ripped through that A-gap, and Jordan Love immediately had to bail the pocket. That is the type of stuff we need to see. Another shout-out, Scorton. I know he's great. He was like a 53, but that dude, I'm telling you, I don't know why he only got a 53 grade. That guy has probably the most hustle on our defense.
Mhm.
That dude does not stop moving. He plays to the whistle. And
Between
that is
him
the
and
type
Derek
of-
Brown, man, zigzagging, they're crossing the field in pursuit. I mean, that's what you want to see.
They don't stop, and that's the stuff. And he's not dominating as a pass rusher right now. I think it's in large part because quarterbacks are getting the ball out quick because the coverage short and intermediate is not very good. So it's making those open lanes to throw the football, and we play a predominantly zone defense, so they can just hit those little stops in between the zones, and we don't have the linebacker play to break on those footballs. So I think it's a little bit of a deficiency there on the skill or the linebackers defensively and the safeties. But
although I will say Trevin Wallace did play better this past week too.
Yeah, Trevin Wallace past couple weeks when it comes to coverage, for pass coverage, he's been improved. But for the most part, I feel like our pass rush just can't get home. It's not that they're necessarily – I'm not seeing Scorton get stood up as much as I saw, DJ Wano getting stood up. I'm seeing Scorton get the drive. I'm seeing him get his shoulder lean in. He's getting a good, clean pass rush. The problem is the ball's just always out before he can even get really the pressure going. Is that there's a lack of interior pressure? Is there like a lack of interior push? Maybe. Like, that's why I'm saying we need to see more of that Derek Brown, because Derek Brown getting that interior push forced the entire play to completely get out of the pocket. And that's what you need. You need the interior pass rush. When you get that interior pass rush, the quarterback is going to have to bail.
I think he's one that's just getting better every game. Like, he is impacting it further down. And that's another, like, personnel decision. EJ's doing a good job with his personnel right now. He's starting to get the right guys in there and the right combination of what he needs on the field.
I'm seeing more of Ransom. I'm happy about that.
That's what I'm saying. So, we talked about this 3-4 weeks ago, Dean, and you were like, the guys on the field, like, give it time. It's coming, because what's happening with a roster like this is like these guys are just, hey, your performance on the field is going to get you more playing time, and that's what we're seeing. And that's just on the defensive side. I'm seeing more of the personnel decisions being made over there.
I'm sitting on offense now. I mean, now that Dowdle's finally got the whistle, he's finally toting the rock. I'm seeing a lot more Jimmy Horn early, which is good. I mean, he had the shoulder injury last week.
Always seeing rounds. I need that's just.
But yes, I need to see.
Jet
sweeps.
It's like, come on, bro. Like,
and it worked. It's working. Don't get me wrong, but
they work because he's fast.
But I know. But again, use your personnel the right way. Get him in those situations to use that speed, and that's the important part. It's knowing your personnel and utilizing it, and that type of stuff creates mismatches. But now you got to get him in the slot and let him do that across the middle of the field. Put him in those deep drag, those deep crossers that we have done so well in the past. That Bryce, that's probably a signature throw. He's got one signature of a shoulder dip and release, and then he's got that deep crosser. You get those deep crossers back in this game plan, and you doing that to a guy who runs a 4.2, 4.3 or whatever, I mean, you're going to be having 3 or 4 strides on them, because them deep crossers are usually wide open when they're calling them and drawing them up. I don't know if they're just saving the playbook for that back half like they did last year. I don't know what the game plan looks like and why they're doing this, because this is completely different than we saw in the previous season. I don't know. I don't know, but I do think that we have so much more potential, even with the lack of talent. If you just use what you have correctly and put the right guys on the field.
Yeah, and I still think just because of injuries and people, moving back and forth from inactive to active and all that, I still think that there's some trying to figure out where everybody needs to go for the best, to be the most successful. How everybody meshes. I think that's still being figured out. Maybe some of that has to do with, understanding concepts and stuff like that. But I do feel like we're moving in a positive direction. We definitely look better than what we did early in the season. And that's really, both sides of the ball. My biggest thing with this team is just being able to see consistency and be able to, be able to see that we look like we belong out there, that we're not getting, manhandled and doing stupid stuff repeatedly and all that, and just being out of place. That happened a lot early on this season. And I think it's just a lot of inexperience and just not being comfortable with who they're out there on the field with. And I think that's starting to iron itself out through the season.
Yeah. I think it comes down, you want to see a balance, consistency from both sides of the ball. It's like where you're from the time that timer stops to it hits zero, consistent balance across the board. Because, it's coming. We're going to see these teams coming up. They're going to have one job, and it's going to be to stop Rico Dowdle. And what do we do then? And that's where the balance and, like you said, having the right players on there to find success is going to be the biggest factor for us down the stretch, because what we thought was the toughest part of the schedule is actually coming up. We thought it was the first half, but no, it's coming up.
I think we all kind of agreed that the first half
first half was our easier part.
That was the cake.
Well, the first few games, but then we had this patch, this in between where we, obviously we thought Miami would be a little better. We thought Dallas would be a little better than they were right now, and they're not as good as we figured the Jets would be better with Jalen, whatever his name is, Joseph Fields, but they wasn't. Those teams are, like Seth said earlier, they became some of the worst in the league, for what we were doing. The teams we have coming up are playoff teams. They have shown it all year long. So the toughest part of the schedule is coming up now.
That's what I'm saying. If we get those two against the Saints that we got left, and we pick up one more win, we're at 8.
They just got rid of
me, man.
They got rid of Shaheed.
Yeah,
they got rid
of.
He's
been getting targeted
he's
pretty
been
heavy.
solid.
They got rid of a big threat. So speaking of this week,
and he's burned us. He definitely got us last year.
Oh yeah. Expose that defense.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree. And that's going to help us out this week. I'm glad that I'm glad he's no longer a Saint. That's for sure.
Yeah. Good timing.
Did I pick my game, Seth? I think I picked my game.
I don't think you ever said.
I did verbally to Seth.
Yeah.
No, you didn't put it down.
Yeah, I didn't put it down. I'm about to do it right now, though. We're going to go ahead and get to the score here. Last week, John, you went 4-2. I went 5-1. James 4-2. Seth 4-2. So overall, podcast did really, really well. For the season, John, two game lead at 35-19. I'm at 33-21. James and Seth are one game apart at 26-28 and 25-29.
It's about at the bottom. Y'all don't worry about that.
Yeah,
it's with me and Seth.
We got a little gap.
Definitely a battle at the bottom.
It was a battle at the bottom, baby.
Yeah, for real.
It's a battle at the top too. Me and him are only separated by 2 games.
The only way we come back is we take complete opposite from what y'all do, and we just hit.
Right.
Every time.
So
right now
we'll
go ahead and
games
start.
To catch up, honestly.
Yeah.
There ain't enough weeks.
Seth, if you want to go ahead and plug these in on your phone when we get started, John, we'll go ahead and start talking about your game of the week, and you guys go ahead and kick it off, and then go to Seth, your game of the week, and I'll be right back.
All right. Well, my game this week, I picked a divisional matchup, a battle for first place in the division as well, between the Rams and 49ers. Both of these teams are playing at very high levels of football, offensively and defensively. Both of them kind of exceeded expectations for where people thought they would be at this time of the year, based off of injuries and a lot of other circumstances around their specific organizations. Matthew Stafford's playing at a very high level, borderline MVP candidate. Puka Nacua came back healthy this week, so that was a big step for the Rams offense. And then you got the 49ers being led by Mac Jones and winning football games with CMC putting up Offensive Player of the Year caliber numbers. So I think this is a very fascinating matchup. I think it's going to be very competitive. I do think this is going to be a very close game. I could see this being an easy 50-50 split between the four of us. So we'll see where that lands. But I am going to lean with the Rams on this one. Defensively, I like what they have as far as pass rush. I like what they have as far as the back end with playmaking when the ball is available and in the air. And we don't really know what the 49ers are going to continue to do at quarterback. We don't know if Brock Purdy's going to be stepping back in or if we're going to get another week of Mac Jones. So I'm going to lean with the Rams here in a very close matchup. I could see this easily being a one-possession game down to the wire.
Kudos to everything you said. I ditto that. I mean, obviously both teams the 49ers are obviously playing a lot better than expected right now with what they're dealing with. But I got to make a comeback somehow. So I'm just going to go with the home team. I think 49ers are playing well enough. Like you said, it's going to be a close one. Rams seem to always kind of, when it comes to the 49ers, it's always a tight game. So just the fact that, I mean, you could say it's home. It's probably going to be a pretty split stadium, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with the Niners in this one for the upset. I guess it's an upset. I don't know what you would really call it.
I haven't looked at the point spread for this one. I'm pretty sure it's probably close. Like I said, I think this is one of those 50-50 games.
Yeah, Rams are favored by 3.5. So
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take the Rams. I'm taking the Rams too. I think everything that John was saying, I just like the offense and the defense. I mean, and then San Francisco trying to figure things out, injuries on injuries on injuries. At some point, it catches up. So I think better team here, Rams.
Yeah, I'm back. So, I'm going to also pick the Rams here.
Yes.
Seth, I can edit it. Here from on my computer. So
I'm on my island, baby. Let's go Niners.
So, I'm gonna go Rams. I didn't really hear everything that John said, but it sounds like he nailed it. So
Rams
Seth,
is a better team.
Yeah, very well. Seth, your game of the week.
I'm gonna go Giants and Bears, and I'm gonna be taking the Giants in this one. I know the Bears, man. Just too.
We're losing you, Seth.
There he is.
You there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost you there for a second. So you got the Giants?
Yeah, taking the Giants. And I know they were lighting it up against the Bengals. Bengals defense is horrible. I still don't think Caleb Williams is figuring things out that great. The Giants, I know Scatterbo, all that stuff, but Dart still out there slinging it. This team, has a certain vibe about them. I just think that between them and the Bears, I just think they got it figured out. They know who they are more right now. So it's got to be Giants for me.
Okay.
Right.
John?
No, I'm taking the Bears. Giants, don't get me wrong, they played well, but they're not playing winning football. They have shown strides when it comes to the passing game. I think Jackson Dart was the correct decision when they moved on from Russell Wilson and inserted Jackson Dart into the starting lineup. That has provided a good support for that team. I just don't know what it's going to look like. The Bears have a really good defensive front seven, and I think they're going to really contain the running game and make Jackson Dart swing it. And right now, I just don't trust what the Bears have. Don't get me wrong, they're okay. Nothing star-studded. Malik Neighbors isn't there towards ACL. So I'm going to lean with the Bears just because I trust the seven. I will say this because we all have seen Caleb Williams play. this is a 50-50 game for me because I do believe the Giants pass rush cause a massive disturbance for Caleb Williams. And it could be a potential game where Caleb Williams does give up multiple turnovers. So I wouldn't be shocked if the Giants pull this off. But just based off of what I've seen so far this season, I'm going to lean with the Bears. I do trust the defense more, and I do think all.
Okay, James, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with the Giants, man. I think the pass rush is the biggest difference in this game. Caleb Williams, obviously, the offensive line's not that good, in my opinion. He's definitely, still having to avoid pressure and get out of the pocket and just throw. And I'm with Seth. Like, it's weird because they're 2-7, but if you watch the Giants play, you wouldn't think they were 2-7. This team has a lot of grit, and Jackson Dart has a lot to do with that. I know they're replenished at the wide receiver position, but hey, with Wan'Dale, they got what's his name? I don't even know his name. The second wide receiver there right now, Slayton. I mean, he didn't look too bad in his return. Hopefully, we see a little bit more out of Tracy. He's kind of taken a back step since Scatterbo took over and now he's out. So I don't know. I just think the pass rush from the Giants is going to be the difference in this game.
Very well could be.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with the Giants.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bears here. I do agree with you though that the pass rush for the Giants is potent. They didn't trade Thibodeau, somebody else I wanted, but neither here nor there. Yeah, they didn't trade him, so the Giants are still going to be an elite pass rush. It's going to be a little bit hectic back there for Caleb Williams, but for me, the Bears' defense is also very good. They have a decent pass rush. They have more so than anything. They have a really good secondary, and the secondary is not too scary, or the receivers are not too scary in New York. I do think that they're speedy guys. They're able to be that threat deep. They are able to pull the defense and make them respect their speed and their ability to go vertical, which is a part of the reason they are still successful, even though they're not like top tier star talent. I do like what they've got going on, but the running game is going to make them one-dimensional. I don't think Tracy's going to be able to get going. If he pops off, this is a completely different game. But to me, I do think they can control Tracy. It's going to make it more difficult because it can potentially make them one-dimensional. And with that, the pass defense for the Bears is going to be a problem. And they're going to also be able to get back there to the quarterback and make an impact in the game. So, I'll go with the Bears. James, your game of the week is who and why?
It's going to be the Patriots at the Bucks. I think this is going to be a very good game. I mean, obviously the Patriots and Drake May, we've talked about them in this podcast. They're playing very well right now.
7-2.
Yep, 7-2, leading that division. And you get the Bucks coming off the bye. I'm assuming everybody's healthy going in outside of probably Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. They're still going to be without those two guys. But Emeka Egbuka's been as good as, you could expect. I mean, he's been amazing. They get Bucky Irvin back this week. But
is he back?
I think so, isn't he?
Hopefully.
Let's take a look.
No ankle injury.
I know when I looked at it earlier, they said that they're hopeful he'll be back at practice this week. They didn't say that he would play, but they did say that he'd be hopefully.
Buccaneer. Yep, will not play in week 8. That was 13 days ago. There's no updates here. 0 updates, at least on the fantasy side or dynasty side. So it's not even being talked about right now.
Yeah, but it's a tough one, man. But I'm gonna go with the Bucks at home, coming off the bye week. I think if they get Bucky Irvin back, Emeka Egbuka to be healthy and give them that mid-season reset that I feel like they may need. I still think I know Dean don't really believe in the Bucks, but I still think they're that team, and Baker has played at a high level also this year. So I'm gonna go with the Bucks at home.
John?
Yeah, no, I'm taking New England. I think Drake May has shown that with proper coaching and put in a position to be successful, how well a quarterback can really turn a team around very drastically, very quickly. Again, this is a 7-2 football team. They're playing excellent just about every facet of the game. I will say that my concern for them would be, again, defensive line versus offensive line protection. Drake May has taken quite a few sacks over the course of this season. So protection is going to be vital. But realistically, I think right now the New England Patriots are clicking on all cylinders. They're leading their division, right? They're ahead of the division versus the Bills. They also have the win versus the Bills. So right now, this is one of those games where you really want to be able to separate and show that you're a true contending team when you're playing a team that was a playoff team last year and has won, I think, 3 consecutive division titles. So they want to make a statement. They want to go out there. They want to show that they can go on the road, win in a tough environment. So I'm gonna lean with Drake May and the Patriots on this one.
Seth?
I'm going with Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna be island in this motherfucking week.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Tampa Bay. I think the bye week's a big deal. I don't know. I just think Baker. I mean, I like what Baker's doing. I mean, I hate that we're going to see it the last 2 weeks, and actually, I'm glad we're seeing it the last 2 weeks because we just got that much more time to improve. To that, so schedule definitely on that. Yeah, I just think Tampa's. I think Tampa's going to take this game. Everything y'all are saying too.
All right, yeah, I'm going to go New England, and a lot about what John was just describing. Also, I just talked about this metric of Drake May has been statistically the most accurate passer of the football. We're not talking about completion percentages. We're not talking about that. We're talking about ball placement. He's been the most accurate passer this year in the league. That's ahead of everybody. Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, the Lamar Jacksons, everything. So when you have that, when you have the accuracy in all 3 stages, all 3 levels of football, that's going to be impactful to an offense. They have the running game somewhat figured out, but I also love their defense. They are very opportunistic. Their special teams is still very good. I mean, we saw it in our matchup with them. They had 2 punt returns, one of them for a touchdown, and one of them almost for a touchdown. Special teams is just New England special teams. It's things that we've seen since the Bill Belichick era for the past 20, 25 years. Are still relevant there. Jones is cooking as a defender and as a kick returner. So they're just in all 3 levels right now. I do think that this is one of the more complete teams when it comes to complementary football and not making mistakes. This is a very, very good team when it comes to not making mistakes, making good reads, making, catching the football when the ball is given to you, all of the above. Bucks, I mean, I've said it. I'm not scared of the Bucks. They've been very close in just about every victory they have. I think every victory is less than 3 points. They haven't beaten anybody. This team is not one they're going to come in and do that to. New England, they kind of played to the competition against Atlanta, but they've beaten, again, as John said, they've beaten teams like the Bucks or Bills, sorry. And they've shown that they're capable to match up well with the best teams in the NFL. And it's brought them to that 7-2 record, and it's not an easy 7-2. They've had a tough route. And they've won some blowouts. They're not getting here, making it by the skin of their teeth. So I like what I'm seeing over there in Tampa. The offensively, it's been explosive. It's fun. It's electric. All of the above. But they're about to face a real team this week that are going to be opportunistic, and they're going to take advantage of those underthrows. They're going to take advantage of those forced passes in traffic. They're going to take advantage of making him get out of the pocket, throw on the run, make him get inaccurate. They're going to take advantage of that stuff. And, so I have to go New England.
Both teams going to score in the 30s. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it'll be that high.
I think
both teams in the 30s.
I think New England will be 30s. I think the Bucks will be 20s, yeah. I think it'll be 30.
They win 38-35 with the Seahawks. The Seahawks are probably the most electrifying offense in the league right now. So, and they beat the Seahawks, so they can go
the New England or Bucks.
No, Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks did. So I think they can go toe to toe with some of the best in the league.
I mean, they can't. I'm not saying they can't. I don't think that would be the issue. I just don't see this game going into the tournament.
no.
Both of those defenses are
I mean,
better.
Seattle's a very good defense, though. I will give you that. Seattle's a very good defense. That brings me to my game of the week. You guys didn't see it, but I put in Baltimore versus the Vikings. So my choice. This is a tough one. This is a very tough one for me.
Yeah, I didn't want to pick this game.
It's a tough one, man.
I picked it in literally 25 seconds.
This is the hard
one.
Because Baltimore's got Lamar back. They have Derrick Henry. He's still balling out there. He's starting to kind of get his rhythm. That big body running back, mid-season form. Those linebackers are starting to have them sore ribs, and they're not trying to go in here. They're making these business decisions. And Derrick Henry's ready to drop that shoulder. And you got the legs of Lamar opening up the offense. You got Zay Flowers, and the problem though is Baltimore's defense is shit. They're not good. They're not good. You got Minnesota with Aaron Jones. He can run. He's going to be able to run on them a little bit. You've got this past week was a pretty good game from JJ McCarthy. JJ had a very good touchdown, one-handed catch in the end zone this week. Addison was having a decent game, at least opportunity-wise. He wasn't catching everything, but he was getting his opportunities. He was getting past the secondary, just some, some contact, causing some breakups. Hawkinson found the end zone this week. They played against the Detroit Lions and beat them, and so that's a good team. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In Detroit, right. So they beat Detroit Lions. Baltimore does not have this defense that the Detroit Lions has. It's not even close in my opinion. This is very, very, very hard. I'm going to have to go with Brian Flores. You guys know how much I love me some Brian Flores. I talk about it as much as I can. I love how the pressure rates. I mean, this dude just sends the house. He doesn't give a shit. Lamar's the secret weapon here. He can get out of this situation, so that's why it's a tough one for me to pick, because Lamar can be that game breaker with his legs to counter that stuff.
Well, it was that injured hamstring, so we don't know how well he's going to be able to move. So
man, I'm gonna go Minnesota. I'm not too confident with it, but I'm going to go Minnesota. Just the weapons, and then the fact that Baltimore's defense is just not that great. Minnesota could potentially get some good stops against Baltimore, make it a little bit more difficult for them to score than it will be for Minnesota to score. So I'm going to go with the defense here. Go Minnesota. Who you guys say?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Vikings too. I like the home defense at home, the better defense, I think, at home. Lamar and Henry, man, they've been killing me in fantasy, and it's just you don't know what you're going to get from them. They have not been consistent. They have not shown up. I went against Baltimore so many times last year, and it bit me. But I mean, I got to go against them, man. Until something, they just hadn't shown it, man. They hadn't shown it. I know what is the Vikings shown too, but I don't know. I just cannot go with Baltimore in this. It's got to be Vikings for me.
James,
I'm going to go Ravens, bro. I think the bye week was what they needed to come out, give them a reset button. The offense looked like it was moving. I know it was against Miami, but still, I know the defense over there is bad. But again, I mean, the Vikings really haven't shown a lot offensively. They haven't shown a lot offensively for me to like. And I get it. The defense is, they got a good pass rush. But again, Lamar and his legs, I just feel like they're going to right the ship. And this little stretch that the Ravens have is their moment to really right the ship, because I still think they could be a playoff team down the stretch. So
I still think they can win their division.
Do what?
I think they can still win their division.
No, 100%. I'm going with the Ravens.
John,
then I'm taking the Ravens, and I think the Ravens are going to win by 14. I don't think this game is going to be nearly as close as you would anticipate. I think this is, like James said, it's more of the get the ship right and let's start building some momentum. I know you were in our Dynasty chat. We were talking with one of the Ravens fans in there, and I came out and said, if you look at their schedule, in my opinion, they could win out. They could be favored in every single game for the remainder of the year. They can win out. They can easily win this division still. I think right now, yes, they do have holes on defense, but I think a lot of their issues defensively was because of how bad they played offensively when Lamar wasn't there. So I think that played a little bit of a factor into it as well from a stat standpoint. But right now, I'm going to trust Lamar. Lamar is a 2-time MVP, and I damn sure don't trust J.J. McCarthy. Don't get me wrong. He had a pretty decent week last week. He relied on his legs. He had a couple of rushing touchdowns, threw a really good pass to J.J., but that's lightning in a bottle.
Another really good pass to Hawkinson on the move outside of the pocket, off
lightning in a bottle. They're going to come back to reality this week. J.J. McCarthy's probably going to have 2 turnovers, and I think the Ravens are going to win by at least 14, if not more.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Thursday night game is the Raiders versus the Broncos.
It's going to be a clean sweep right here.
Broncos.
Y'all got the Bronco? I'm just kidding. To the sweep. You guys are dumb.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't the last time we picked the sweep for Thursday night with the Eagles and we were all wrong?
The Giants, yeah.
So we might all be completely wrong here.
The Raiders don't have the
Raiders aren't
pass rush that the Giants do have, so at least you can see it.
They got a guy.
I'm assuming this is a sweep as well for the Panthers Saints.
Yes, Saints.
The Saints are fucking trash.
Yes, the Saints.
Saints are bad. Dude.
I called this preseason.
Yeah,
just 2 guarantees right here.
2 guaranteed wins versus the Saints.
If they're not, we got a big problem.
Yes. And they're starting their rookie, whose name Scott, whatever the fuck his name is.
Shook.
Yeah, Shook. Whatever.
I could say this one thing. The Panthers should win this football game, but they did utilize Taysom Hill a lot this past game, and
he's our
Taysom Hill always fucks us up.
He is our kryptonite. Every time we play Taysom Hill, for some reason, he does some crazy shit on us. But no, I mean,
this defense is built a lot better.
You don't go to Lambeau. This is the thing. Just the momentum. You don't go to Lambeau and get a win and then go to New Orleans. And wait, is this home or is this in New Orleans?
It's at home.
No, this was a home.
Oh yeah,
we're at the bank.
There's no way. No way.
And they just lost their deep threat. The deep threat's gone.
Right.
They have no one to get over the top on us, and that has been our worst thing when playing the Saints is allowing Shaheed. Shaheed got us like multiple times, and
with Derek Carr,
they don't have that. They don't have to worry about that now.
Yeah, right. Derek Carr early in the season just dropping bombs on our head. Yeah. I do want to say 4 out of the last 5, pretty damn good. I'm pleased with the wins. 4 out of 5 is good as a team. I'm happy to see it. I'm just a very picky person, and I apologize, but I'm very.
And please just let it fly this week. And please light, bro.
We'll
this is what I'm saying. Like I get
beat the shit out of them, like you did.
Beat the shit out of the New Orleans.
Just beat the fuck out. Don't play to their level. That's my genuine concern.
I'm worried about that
down
too.
For the Saints.
Yeah. Hang 40.
I'm genuinely concerned for that.
Hang 40.
But I just want them to go out there and beat the ass.
Hang 40 on the board. Do not be conservative. I don't give a damn. Drop back.
Except for pull Bryce Young out if we are up by 40 so he doesn't get hurt.
Yes, you do that. I don't give a shit if Andy Dalton has broke down. Put him in and just
he can finish the game.
Hand the ball off.
Number one thing I do not want to see. I do not want to see any drop passes this week. I do not want to see a single dropped pass.
That's fair.
No turnovers. Don't turn it over to the Saints.
Yeah, don't turn the ball over.
Don't give them any opportunity. This is, you know what? This is the game where we should display dominance. This is the game where you should just go out and just put your nuts on the chin and just give it to them from 1 to 0. I mean, we got to do it.
Yeah,
right.
First game we're favored in too. So
first game, yeah. I mean, hey, we are one of only 2 teams in NFL history to be over 500 through the first 9 weeks after being an underdog in every game of the season. Second time in league history. So that's got to stand for something. It's got to stand for something. At least I hope so. If you have not yet started following, go to Stop Capping Podcast on Facebook, Stop Capping Pod on X, Stop Capping Podcast on Instagram, and Stop Capping Podcast here on YouTube. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Give us some comments. Chat it up with us. And as always, keep freaking pounding.
Keep pounding.
Keep pounding, guys.
Keep pounding. Go Panthers.
Let's go.